Yeah. Good morning. Nice and early. Happy Saturday, everybody. We are closing the year out. I'm in RBE mode. I haven't been in battle rap mode the last couple of weeks, but I'm in RBE mode this morning. All right. Good morning, everybody. I see y'all coming in. I'm going to rock with the chat in a second. I'm just chilling. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. Where y'all at? What city y'all in, man? It's cold. I got the heat on behind me. I got the flames on behind me. It's cold. I never did good with cold. Never. I'm a guy that can have a full comforter on my bed in the summer. That's just how I am, man. I don't fuck with the cold at all. I'll tell you one of the gifts that I got for Christmas since we talking about cold. Might sound funny, but somebody knew me. Somebody bought me a towel warmer for my bathroom. It's like an oval. It's nice size to it. Plug it in, drop your towels in, turn it on. By the time you get out the shower, you got hot towels. You know what I'm saying? Like certain hotels you see, they got warming towel racks. Some certain showers you see, even in people's homes, they got heated floors and shit like that. The heated floors would be dope, man. But I'd have to call in a contractor to do that type of work, and I ain't thinking about that type of shit right now. The heated towel racks is doable, but the way my shower is, I don't know if I could get that. Um, it's just more like how my shit is curved. Now the whole heater thing idea that somebody gave to me. The problem is I got two switches next to my shower. One's for a light inside the shower, and another one's for the air vent, the steam vent. But there's no outlet underneath that. So I might have to call an electrician and a contractor in to patch into the power for those where those switches are. I think you could patch into that same power lines that's running to that, and then run lines behind the wall, put an outlet, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom of the wall, paint that, patch it up real nice, make sure everything looks right, make sure no wires exposed, nothing like that, and use that for the electricity for the towel warmer. Does anybody care about this shit I'm talking about right now? Probably not. I'm in a good mood, man. I'm in a good mood. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. All right, let me jump to the chat. Let me jump to the chat. Y'all know me when I'm rocking with y'all, man. You know, we have random shit. James Young, what up? Yeah. All right, who else is in here? Happy Valley Farms. You. Brandon Pitt. What up? What up? What up? Members rise and grind. Yes, why not? Lawrence Lowe is in the building, top of the morning. Let's get it. Who's that? King Velo 23. Last one of the year. Yes, this is the last live of the year, of course. Okay, we up early. What else is new around here, right? My man Hannick said he rolling up. I'll hang out for a few. Yeah, you got time. I'm gonna hang out for a few. Germany is in the building, user 720. I see mods and members in the building. Queen, what's up, love? Good to see you. Happy New Year's, happy holidays. We got 5 Mics Media in the building. Crypt 52 crazy. All right, man. Stay out of trouble, man. Stay out of trouble. See this Crypt 52 in your name and all that? They'll come get you off of that. You're not paying attention. You don't see all these people getting in trouble. All right, man. Shout out to Crypt 52 crazy, man. Be safe. Everybody be safe. I don't give a fuck what you affiliated with. Be safe. Anthony Washington says the DMV is in the building. I see Rhode Island is in the building. I got peoples in Rhode Island. I really do. I got an ex that stays, if she still stays there, way back, like end of high school days. That was from Rhode Island. I moved around Rhode Island a little bit. Jack, good morning, ARP. I'm outside of Pittsburgh. It's cold. Damn, Pittsburgh. I could only imagine right now. South Carolina's in the building. What else? I see members. Atlanta. Atlanta's cold. Harlem's in here. Ziggy. Crypt 52 is in Texas. Philly's in the building. You got some real dogs in the intake. That's coming from Don. Yeah, I know. We're going to talk a little bit about that. My guy EJ is in the building. What's up, E? What's up, G? QT 36. What's up, love? Another frequent RBE channel cruiser. She's part of the gang. She be around. Good morning. One question. When are we getting married? Just kidding. Appreciate you. So I'm not married. Will I ever get married? One day maybe I'll do that topic on the channel, how I feel about marriage. Um, but be careful. You flirt with me, I flirt back. Be careful with me. I know I got this professional personality and all that, and that's the real me, of course, persona that everybody sees. But my private life, I can get very flirty. So leave me alone. All right, before you get your ass in trouble. I appreciate you, love. Who else is in here? Could see this show. RBE. Yo, I'm gonna start getting to it. So y'all see the title. Before I even get into the title, obviously, we talking about year closeout. It's year closeout time. It's the 30th. And we all gonna, well, not, I shouldn't say we all. Shit, you should see how many years I fell asleep. I couldn't make it till 12 o'clock. How y'all think I've been getting up so early? By staying up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning? Fuck no. Or not consistently, I should say. Of course, I'll be out late, but that's special occasions, like if I'm hanging out and shit. Go out, club, hang out with the fellas, hang out with the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm an early bird. Y'all know me. But yeah, ball drop tomorrow. Everybody, please be safe. If you're going out, be safe. Even if you're staying home, be safe. I'm pretty sure if you get on World Star YouTube, come January 1st, 2024, you'll see a million videos of niggas fighting in their cribs, niggas getting drunk, wilding out. People will get themselves in all types of shit on New Year's, man. Avoid the police. There will be them roadblocks and road checks out there. Y'all know how it is with drinking. I know a lot of us get right and drink and then, getting them wheels, whether you feel like you're drunk or not. Everybody be safe. I feel like everybody has been there. Please be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. Let's all make it to the new year. That's first and foremost. Me, what am I doing for New Year's? I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at the crib. Pretty sure I'm going to be at the crib. Normally for New Year's, being that it's such a big day, such a celebration day, such a party day. If you want to go somewhere, you tend to want to have reservations. If you're not going to have reservations to go out somewhere on New Year's, you be prepared to stand on lines, be prepared to spend extra money or whatever to get into these places. And, you just know how it is when, you got high attractive times, high traction times. Yeah, I mean, you try to get somewhere last night and last minute be a wrap. You know what I mean? So I don't have any reservations. I didn't book myself to go to any spots or no rest, nothing like that. And that's even further showing me, yeah, stay your ass home. So I will probably keep my ass in the crib. I probably won't even be awake by the time the ball drops, but I am thankful to see another year complete, another calendar year close out. So everybody, I wish y'all the same. If I stay on that note real quick too, let me shout out real quick everybody involved in Rare Breed Entertainment. When I say everybody involved in Rare Breed Entertainment, that's anybody, whether you just click the video just to view us, whether you shouted us out on a major podcast or a major platform, whether you blogged on our content, whether you was a battle rapper and took the stage, whether you was a battle rapper and wanted to take the stage, whether you tweeted me, whether you tweeted about RBE content, whether you shared our shit, whether you liked our shit, whether you joined the lives, everything from top to bottom, from the fans to the casual watchers to the people that was actually in the mix at the events, on the live pay-per-views, bought VODs, all of that, traveled, people that came out the country to attend our events. I just want to give a big thank you to everybody. This was our 10-year anniversary. That's another reason why the Max Out event was so special for me. That's another reason why I went so heavy constructing this card, 11 battles. And I just put it as I kind of molded it as the biggest RBE card and event ever, because it wasn't just Max Out. It wasn't just RBE banging on 2023 saying, all right, we outside. It wasn't just the most attractive arena and the most talked about, most sought after arena in battle rap for this year, which is the Blue Room. Wasn't just only that. It's not just the business of like, oh, RBE is making great money right now. Like, let's just keep the ball rolling. It's not just that. Anybody that could look at RBE from the outside looking in sees that we don't make moves based on just fully business. We go for quality. That's heavily, heavily in our formula. Hence, not even putting Max Out 3 and Believe Music Hall, right? Stuffed it into the blue room. But all of these factors, you know what I'm saying, of looking at our 2023 and then even constructing this card leading towards what landed basically as our 10-year anniversary. That's big for us, man. Let alone battle rap. Companies in general, just being an entrepreneur or having a business, being a business owner for 10 years, having an imprint, having a company, having a platform, an incorporation, having an LLC, having anything, having fans, having customers, keeping people's attention, um, doing that for 10 years is a huge accomplishment. If y'all are involved in anything, if you're running a YouTube channel and you've been running it for 10 years, shout out to you. 2 years, dope. 5 years, crazy. 10 years for a lot of people is damn near impossible. And not only did we hit our 10-year anniversary this year, but we hit it the right way. We didn't have a mishap where it's like, yo, this is our anniversary, and then this went left and that was like, and it just got fucked up, messed up, and all that type of stuff. Like everything was like the stars were aligning for RBE. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all played a part in that, and I definitely appreciate that. A little bit of luck and a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, making it to 10 years it's an honor. It's a humbling experience. Um, Not only to make 10 years, but to remain at the forefront, right? I would honestly say no bias, no bullshit, not trying to, be some big spokesperson for RBE when I say this or anything like that. RBE has probably been in the top 5 platforms within the battle rap community for at least the last 7 years. At least the last 7 years. So then I would say by the time we were 3 years in, there was a culture consensus that RBE was within the top 5 platforms, right? I would say for at least the last 4 years, the consensus has been that RBE is top 2, right? For like the last 4 years, that's been the overall general battle rap consensus. RBE is top 2 platforms. In 2023, the general consensus that we're seeing, and I'm even going to get into the Fox 5 awards. Shout out to Fox 5. I'm gonna get to that second after I go through my own top 26 RBE list. We're gonna have some fun with that. But you got to look at it like this. In 2023, the consensus across the culture that I continue to see in Twitter polls and blogs and major platforms like Fox 5 and other battle rappers and even some of our peers, other league owners, it's an honor, it's humbling, but I've seen a majority of folks saying RBE is the number one. Now, there's a difference between a number one platform consensus versus preference, right? For almost 9+ years, maybe we've been people's favorite platform. There's just things about RBE that people could like say, you want to know what? I love battle rap. I love what these people do. I love what those people do. I love what these people do. But when it just comes to personal preference, how they go about battle rap, what they stand for, what they represent, what they put together, what they deliver, some of their innovations, some of their creativity, some of their black sheep natures, they're my favorite. And I've always appreciated that. I've always appreciated that. But there's a difference between saying Allen Iverson is my favorite basketball player versus me saying he's not a GOAT over Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? So in 2023, to get a consensus of RBE isn't just my favorite platform, but they are the best platform, that's kind of crazy because we're always going to keep it 1,000. URL has dominated that top spot forever. There probably was a couple years where URL and King of the Dot, you probably could have went back and forth with them, right? But if you look at it like that, if you say there was some years where you could say URL or King of the Dot, or then you could say URL dominates, and then you could say RBE then takes a consensus, right, across the culture. If you look at it like that, you really would say only 3 platforms have had a general consensus that they are number 1 across the entire battle rap culture lifespan, so to speak. And I know there's other platforms, that's outside of the states as well, even though Toronto is outside of states, right? But you know what I mean when I say that. Like, you got like the Flip Tops of the world and the epic rap battles. Those guys do millions and millions of views every video that they upload. And I'm trying to stay outside of them. I'm trying to stay within the core that we understand, we know, from the smaller development platforms all the way up through the major players, the top platforms that do big main events, big events, been here for years, continue to put all of that type of stuff. So there's really only been 3, not from a personal preference, just from a standpoint of saying they are the consensus is number 1. There's really only 3 that have been able to achieve that. And with you guys doing that for RBE in 2023, when I look at it from that perspective, it's kind of crazy. It's an honor. It continues to put us, even within our 10th anniversary year, into like that legacy that is just unmovable, unquestionable. You know, every platform, every battle rapper, every blogger is going to have their naysayers, but there's just certain shit that's unquestionable, undeniable once the books are closed. And that's an honor for me. It really, really is an honor for me. And all y'all play a part in that shit. So I want to tell y'all, I really appreciate y'all for that. And thank you for that. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Do y'all want me to jump off battle rap for a second? Do I need to talk about any of this other stuff that I keep seeing dominate the headlines? I saw the Tay Savage documentary on Trap Lord Ross's channel. Wild documentary. Chicago remains the city that has a spotlight for captivating and compelling street stories. They've been going up over there for God knows how long. You can find a fucked up city everywhere, right? But Chicago just stays at that forefront of people just being intrigued by the people and the street activity and the gangs and the shooters and the killer and all that comes out of Chicago. And I watch all that stuff too. I'm intrigued by some of it from an entertainment standpoint, even from a knowledge standpoint, staying in tune with what's happening in the world. You know what I'm saying? Then it's also my culture. The streets. A lot of us come from the streets or have street elements around us, either today or once upon a time. So there's always parts of us that's tied into that. You know what I'm saying? But I watched that shit on Tay Savage. I thought that was wild. I had no clue who he was really like that before that documentary. Trap Lil Ross probably just blew him up. Agree with it or not, Trap Lil Ross. I saw Tay Savage on No Jumper with Adam 22 sitting next to Lil Reese, and I had no clue who Tay Savage was. I clicked it because I knew who Lil Reese was. You know what I'm saying? But then I see now this whole story of who Tay Savage is. I'm like, oh, he's got a story. Well, and I know he's doing interviews and stuff, pushing peace and everything, but he's doing the same stuff as every other rapper these days, especially coming out of drill, whether it's fucking UK or out of overseas drill, whether it's New York drill, whether it's Chicago drill, telling on yourself and your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Tay Savage is not doing nothing different in that respect. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I also saw the BG shit. BG being accused of snitching. That paperwork came out. So you got 1090 Jake that put that video out, and you got Whack 100. He's flat out, you snitching, he's violating him, disrespecting his name and all that. Just from watching a 1090 Jake video, there's a little bit of gray area there, in my opinion. I think what he did from the 1090 Jake video perspective absolutely can be considered telling for multiple reasons. Number one, I know it changes from person to person depending on who you speak to with snitching, but you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna say testifying, period, is snitching, right? Especially if you're testifying with information that can be used to indict or incriminate somebody. Now, are you saying these things via this person being a full guy? But that's where the aspect comes in of like, okay, maybe he was a full guy, but then whatever he got going on, he's deciding with his lawyer and his legal representation to say, you want to know what? I'm going to fight this, but you can't fight it anymore because now they got BG's testimony testifying against you that is your gun. So people are going to call that snitching. And I understand why they would say that. So Is there more to the story? There's always three sides to a story. Maybe 1090 Jake doesn't have all the information. Maybe dude was kind of spinning around out of, an agreement, and BG wasn't aware, and maybe they all agreed, go testify, put this on me. Because to me, testifying, right, can still be the same as a statement. I know three people. I was one of them, possibly, that was there. And there was two things in a car that didn't belong there. And two of those people said, well, one of those people, one of those persons, me, said that's belongs here. Another person said that belongs there. And the third person was able to say, I have no knowledge of nothing. And he was even released. No charges, no issues, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that could be an agreement. And if that third person, would have written a statement saying, I don't know nothing about nothing, but that first one go to him and that second one go to him, right? And that's our agreement. Whether we said it to each other while we sitting on the fucking curb, or whether we said it to each other sitting in the back of the fucking police car driving to the precinct, whether we said it to each other in the holdings before we saw the judge, whatever the case may be, or before we got well, that order doesn't happen like that. They actually put you sometimes in the interview room before you even see the judge. Like if you get arrested at night, you might not even be able to see the judge yet until the next. And certain days, you still might have to sit down and wait to see the judge. But regardless of the course of events, right? If you have that agreement, you can't consider that telling. We're all saying that this is what we running with. You know what I mean? So I think that's where BG got the out. And, as that story continues to develop, if it continues to develop at all, you guys will see. I just feel like the reason why it's such a big news is because the man just served all those years, and he's kind of looked at as one of those, last dying breed, super street official guys from the music industry that everybody looks at with a certain regard. And when you get labeled a snitch, you know what I'm saying, in any respect, it taints that a lot, especially with the world being so infatuated with who's snitching, who's telling right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I saw that. But okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. I could do a whole live on that and really, really get into the topic, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's get into the ARP Top 26 RBE Battle Awards. How did I title this? ARP Top 26 RBE Battle Rap for 2023. Okay, title works. Yeah, so let me make sure I'm clear. All right. There's going to be awards going around from multiple platforms. People that are even supposed to be doing it outside of a league owner, right? You guys are never going to classify me as a blogger again. Or maybe you will, now that I think about it. You never know what the near future holds. But for a majority of my league ownership status, you guys have always kind of like done away with my blogger status, and that's cool. Some of y'all remember, and some of y'all know I was a blogger before I was a league owner, right? But you're gonna get platforms that's gonna be more credible with their awards. That's gonna continue to wrap up 2023, and it's dope. And people's not gonna give me that credibility to give awards because, once again, I'm a league owner, so people are gonna expect bias. I respect that, understand that, I already anticipate that. That's the reason why I'm keeping mine's RBE specific. All right. Because I really don't even want to try to compare RBE stuff to other stuff and try to remove my bias, or even try to explain why I'm being so honest with you when I'm saying that this battle from RBE is better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to deal with all that. I'm keeping it RBE specific. There's been enough quality work to come out of RBE, from all the blue room cards and the intake cards and the brick cards. And there's been enough RBE content to come out of 2023 where I could just sit up here, have fun doing an RBE awards. And I got 26 of them to give out. I believe I saw an analytic that was emailed to me from YouTube like last week, or when I did the last live or something like that. It was like we had like 290 or something like that videos uploaded, and we've uploaded a bunch since then. So we have crossed 300 videos for the year of 2023 to drop on the channel. I think that's dope. That's a dope average. If you average that into the months or the weeks of the year, that's a lot of content to get up on a channel. All quality work too. It's either a battle, a live, or a promotional piece, like a trailer or something like that. And I think we gotten enough up there where it still makes a lot of sense to keep it RBE specific in this live. And I'm looking forward to all the other platforms continue to wrap up. We just saw Fox 5 last night. They debuted live. Champion of the Year, who pretty much started all of this. And shout out to Jay Black and everything that he put together with the whole Champion of the Year stuff. It's so needed for battle rap to give people their accolades. He gives out money. He gives out awards. I'll never forget the first Champion of the Year was Old Red, and I was proud of that because Old Red, that the year that he won it, he had 5 battles. He had 2 URL battles, 2 RBE battles, and 1 UW battle. And I was like, that's dope. The impact of battling on RBE, like you've won the Champion of the Year. Fast forward, they're still doing it. They're still keeping that strong. I'm already getting flyers and people sharing stuff to me on IG about who's winning this and who's won that. So once again, multiple platforms now have come in to doing their year and wrap-ups. I heard the song that dude made. I would shout him out, but I forget the name. I know it's sort of, I got added or tagged to it on the OTFMZ. Shout out to OTF Instagram. It was funny because it kind of comes off like a Uncle Murder / Mad Skills type of, year-end wrap-up, but he's adding comedy to it. Like, I caught that little shot that you took at the Blue Room, but I took it in. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was cool, man. You got to have a sense of humor in this shit. That was funny as hell. Yeah, it's not, but I got a sense of humor like everybody else. It's all good. That shit was hilarious, though. But the dopest thing about that wrap-up is the very first sentence, the very first bar that he says is Big K, Champion of the Year. That's my vote. That's the very first line of the song. So I think that's amazing, man. Shout out to the dog, man. And I'm gonna get to the Fox 5 shit later. All right. I got 26 of these things. Shall I read down the titles? I had to write it down. I'm gonna read the titles real quick and then I'll go into each one. You guys are gonna laugh at some of these titles I came up with. These are all awards. From now on, That's How You Drive award, the Act Like You Know award, the Bar of the Year award, the Round of the Year award, the Skill for Skill Battle of the Year award, the Female of the Year award, the Let's Bar Out Battle of the Year award, the Shocker of the Year award, the Slept On Match of the Year award, the Setup Trick of the Year award, the Surprise of the Year award, the City of the Year award, the Promo of the Year award, the Brick of the Year award, Hard Workers of the Year award, Out of the Box award. Let me put a little stash there. I gotta keep track. I had to write this down. I just put this together for y'all. The Wait What award, the Grudge of the Year award, the Rebuttal of the Year award, the Scheme of the Year award, the Honorable Move of the Year award, the Card of the Year award, the Transition of the Year award, the Highest Viewed of the Year award, the Son of a B. I'm 30 minutes in. Can I curse yet on YouTube? YouTube, am I allowed to curse? You're gonna let me curse? The Son of a Bitch award, and the Question of the Year award. Let me look at the comments. I know you're like, what the fuck? 26. All 26. I know you're like, what? Yeah, man. I came up with 26 joints, man, just to have my own little twist of trying to keep it interesting, try to keep it different. All right, let's get into it because it's a lot of them. From the top, from now on, That's How You Drive award. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is somebody that has the talent, somebody that's tried and true, but there's just something about their performance that just reminded people, and you want to say, like, just do that every time you take the stage. Every time. Why would you do anything different? That award I am giving to Goods. Shout out to Goods, the animal, my guy. Your performance versus Calico is amazing. It's classic. He looked like a little pit bull in there, man. You know, because Goods ain't a tall guy. He's in there just it's just like, yo, is this motherfucker having a performance of his career? Is this like one of his top 3, top 5, top 1 performances ever? It's definitely a top 5 performance to me for Goods. It's probably a top 3. And when I was watching it live, I was in my mind like, is this his best shit? And then you can't live in a moment. You got to go back and watch the rest of his battles and be like, yo, let me find another performance that Goods has put together better than that. And there's definitely a bunch that you can argue is better than that, but you could also make the debate. From now on, that's how you drive, Goods. You don't battle a lot. When you do, people need to see A+. That's just what it is when people don't battle that frequently. It's weird because the more you battle, the less your stock, the less you get paid, the less your mystique. You become more accessible. I meant to say the more you battle, right? The less you battle, the more pressure. If you're gonna come outside once a year and have a subpar performance, go that away. If you're gonna come outside once a year and have something that's below your A+, they're gonna kill you for it. And you can't maintain your career being one of the goats, one of the top guys, if you can't deliver, considering the frequency that Goods comes outside. So I'm not saying that all his prior last 1, last 2, last 3 performances weren't good performances. They were good performances, but they were not that. That right there is the from now on, that's how you drive. All right. Let's go on to the next one. The Act Like You Know award. The Act Like You Know award I'm going to give to Show Off. All right. Once again, y'all, I already, if you're coming in too late, this is all RBE. Okay. So I don't want everybody be like, yo, how come this didn't go to this old platform? So RBE. All right. I'm doing my own little creative twist, RBE only. All right. The Act Like You Know award is going to Show Off because Show Off's performances in 2023, the man is just, he went crazy. He went crazy. His Chef Trez battle is a classic. It's one of the best battles of the year. His performance in that battle is classic material, classic rounds, classic performances, classic approach, classic angles, classic aggression and presence in the blue room. It's just the thing about fucking Show Off sometimes is people, I think, they forget how good he is, or they just be out the loop, or maybe there's 1 or 2 battles or occurrences or situations in the past, like his battle Rosenberg Road, where people just say, I write him off or whatever. And when you have certain stigmas on you, they will try to lay that shit on you forever. But act like you know, like when he takes the stage, you may get something like that anytime out. He is arguably the most consistent battle rapper on RBE. Show Off doesn't have a choke on RBE. He's been battling on RBE for 10 years. Doesn't have a choke. Doesn't have a battle where you feel like, damn, like he didn't even really prepare. He just dropped the ball. Matter of fact, he is number 1 in that. He is. As I think about it more and more, Show Off has never showed up to an RBE battle in 10 years and said, hey, let me just get through this. Let me just pick up my bag. Damn, I forgot that connecting bar right there, or how I open up my second, I'm choking. The spotlight was too big. The opponent, 10 years. It's the most consistent on RBE. Act Like You Know award. Okay. Bar of the Year. This one was not easy for me. Bar of the Year award from RBE. I even went and watched the footage this morning real quick. I just fast forwarded to it and I watched my own reaction to these 2 bars. Second place, and I'm not going to go through all these votes and do a second and show y'all my second and third. I just had to show y'all this just for this particular award because I got to show y'all how tough it was for me to decide. I went back and I even watched the footage to my reaction to Big K's Close My Eyes and Hit Something versus A-Ward. I was fanned out. Proud to say, I don't give a fuck. I got the most expensive seat in the house. I was enjoying it. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I paid for it. Yo, to close my eye. First time you shot a gun, you probably went outside with your big cousin. First time I shot a gun, I closed my eyes and hit something. What the what the yo. I almost shot the venue up when he said that shit. Yo, that bar, son, that the way the momentum of his round, it all adds to it. The momentum of his round, the way he was just his first round is just I can't explain it. There's times I was watching the footage again this morning. There's times in the battle where I'm looking at him. I'm confused. As good as Big K is, as much as I know that he's an all-time great, I'm at times watching him rapping in his first round like this. Like, what you on? What did you take? You got the limitless pill or some shit? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? That closed my eyes and hit something. I thought that for me, that was gonna maintain bar of the year. I did not see that getting toppled. But my bad, I left that current comment up there. My bad if I was blocking anything. But there's a bar that comes after that. There's a bar that overtook it. And I'm pretty sure y'all know where I'm going, man. Glock 40 on your bitch ass. A Ward versus a Verb. The elements around it, the grudge of those two. They was being physical at the face off. I mean, they put their heads together and all that. Like they foreheads together and pushing each other to face off. Everybody thought they were gonna get into it real quick. The face off is shit. Yo, the lead in, the grudge that they had. It's one of the I'll talk more about that later. But even A Ward explained it in an interview. I think he's like the way he set the bar up. He turns back kind of like to his people and everything. I think Street Hymns is there, Loso is there, and when he swings back towards Verb, that even the spacing was perfect for his fingers to land dead at the top of A Verb's head. And then the whole aspect of the Christian battle rapper cursing like that, coming out of his element to a degree. It's just all the culmination of it is just wild, son. The Glock 40 on your bitch ass, it was trending. It was trending the night of the event, which was hilarious because we normally have events that trend, like Max Out will trend, or like RBE will trend, or a battle rapper's name will trend. Glock 40 was just trending on its own. You know what I'm saying? I know Glock was probably happy about that. Like, oh, we're gonna get some extra sales for Glock 40 over the next month. You know what I'm saying? But Glock 40 was trending. And I got that as the haymaker of the year on RB. It's funny too, because you can argue that A Ward has the two top haymakers of the year. The other one was on Chrome 23 versus Vixen, right? The Crown Vic shit. But shout out to A Ward, man. Bar of the year on RBE, Glock 40. All right, round of the year. It's easy for me to speak about this one because I was just touching on it. It's clear for me. I don't have a round that's better than Big K's first round versus A Ward, in my opinion. That was uploaded to the RBE channel in 2023. The first round is one of those rounds that's designed to end the battle. And Big K, he's done that before versus like even Adi Boom, but you can kind of put that in a different category because that's an angle, right? He kind of came out the gate like that versus Young Ill too, where it's just he lays so much on his first round. But his round versus A Ward, I'm telling you, like I said, when I was talking about the bar of the year, there's times during this shit where I was confused, like, what is this really was what you on tonight? Like, I didn't expect it. I had my fan out moment during the close my eyes and hit something. Super fan of the haymakers. I think that's the first time on RBE that I can remember. And I'm not going to go look at the 10 years of our channel to see if it ever happened before. but I can't remember somebody landing a haymaker in a building or a punchline in a building, the crowd going up and reacting. So you got to stop rapping because of the crowd. And then when the crowd calms down, you bring your shit back. You lead up to the same exact punchline, and the crowd reacts again to the same punchline. Go watch Big K's first round. I don't think that has ever happened before on RB. I can't remember it ever happening before, period, that I remember seeing with my own fucking eyes. I don't remember that. That shit was wild. Had people in the back of the crowd screaming 3-0 in the first round and shit. When does that happen? Like, rarely. I think that that's probably happened before. But round of the year, Big K versus A Ward, that round was so fucking potent and so crazy. It made me call Murder Mook. Murder Mook was not Big K's idea. It was me again, this mad scientist ARP guy. It made me call Murder Mook. That's what I felt about that performance from Big K. And even around that time, we kept talking about Big K versus Coach Coleon. That's why every promo run, even the Young Ill promo run, you see when me and Big K do a live, you hear Big K just randomly start taking shots at Coach Coleon, right? Because sometimes, timing. But after that A-War performance, Big K was like, yeah, I'm on something right now. I got to keep everything up here. And I fully backed and supported that. Like, yep, I agree with you. I'm calling Murder Mook. Now's the time. I'm calling Murder Mook. After that, everything else, just keep dope for this year. Just keep big. You know what I'm saying? Keep everything of that type of status. Rex, Sharon, Chad. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he'll have his run. Fast forward, we're seeing the consensus giving him the battle rap of the year. And that sometimes comes down to your decisions. So even certain like little pivots had to happen. But the man made the right decisions and he brought the right performances and he earned it. But round of the year for me. All right, let's keep it moving. Skill for skill battle of the year. For me, my mind went to one matchup when I came up with this award, and it was Hollow the Don versus Ill Will. I have yet to force myself to pick a winner for that battle. That battle, just seeing it live, it's like every once in a while you have those battles where you could just appreciate something for the artistry. It's not even about who wins, who loses. You can just appreciate the artistry of what these two people are doing, right? For all I remember, them rounds was 4 or 5 minutes at least each on each side. They covered every aspect and every attribute and every base of battle rap, from humor to performance to creativity to angles to personals to everything on both sides. Hollow the Don versus Ill Will. It's just one of those ones. You could argue it as battle of the year, but I felt like I could further give it its respect of what I'm thinking about when I watch that battle by just calling it the skill for skill battle of the year. Those guys, man, they really gave us a jewel. They really, really did. I think sometimes it gets a little bit forgotten about. It has good views. I think it just gets a little forgotten about because it happened at the beginning of the year. But hey, people that go do your battle of the year list, I don't give a fuck if you got it first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever, top 10. Don't forget Hollow versus Ill Will. It is one of the top ones. All right, female of the year on RBE. I got to give it to QB. There's just something about QB on RBE where she always gets right. And she's coming off of anything where her fans is like, about her. She comes to RBE. She comes back home. She gets right. She goes crazy. She has her best performances on RBE. There's times I watch the comments and the feedback about her RBE performances. People always say, she's evolved. She's grown more. So there's something about when she comes to her home, when she comes to her crib on Rare Breed Entertainment, the pen, the angles, the performances. I think even her comfort, everything is just different. You know what I mean? And she continues to put on outside of RBE as well, which is dope. But as far as RBE, QB, it's very, very tough to beat her. And I'm not trying to say who won or who lost her battles on RBE. I don't want nobody getting mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But it's very, very tough to beat QB on RBE. And I think she definitely deserves that for female battler of the year on RBE. So shout out to you, shorty. All right. We probably got like at least 20 more to go. I told you, man. I made this list for y'all to close the year out. Let's have some fun. The Let's Bar Out Battle of the Year. Let's Bar Out. Is that not self-explanatory? Mickey Fax versus A Verb. That was the last battle release that we just dropped to the channel. Rewind and find there's more to find. Absolutely one of those. One of those. I'll tell y'all this too. They both could have at times gone over the time limits, but those contracts was only 2-minute rounds. That's all they were. 2-minute rounds. The upload is probably only like 15 minutes. Right? Because one thing that's not there is the crowd reaction isn't there. So battlers don't have to stop and pause and bring their bars back or nothing like that. Wait for crowd reaction. Don't have to do none of that. All those elements add on to how long a video is, of course. But no crowd, a couple people in the building, exclusive. I can't call it exclusive battle rap event. I'm not even calling the straight to it full circle shoots. I mean, battles, events. They're not events. They're shoots. That's what they are. It's just shoots. And, a couple exclusive people there, a couple, they're improv, they're not promoted. Nobody, no ticket sale, no pay-per-view, no nothing. We pop up, boom. So there's not really a lot of crowd reaction there, but that's all you get. It's just what I wrote on my pen and pad or in my phone or in my mind, and same versus you. And I think there's some dope elements to this as well. On A Verb side, it's dope to have him back after his A-Ward performance and A-Ward promo run. His activity in 2023 period. The guy's he just refuses to be quiet about anything. And he's very outspoken. He's one of the biggest voices in battle rap today. And to get him back on a platform after the A-Ward promo run was just dope, even from an RBE standpoint. And A-Verb continues to say that he's pretty much wrapping things up from his career standpoint. I hope he knocks out a couple more matches. There's a couple more matches that I want to see A-Verb in before he leaves. But here's the thing about people like A-Verb saying retirement. You just got to look at things from the other perspective. That word retirement is not a negative word. You got people that's been working 9-to-5 jobs for 30 years and then they retire. That's a good thing. Their families look at them and say, yo, they're not getting up and going to work anymore. They're retired. They're living off of their retirement plan or social security, whatever, right? It's a good thing to retire. I was just having this debate on the phone with my man Van yesterday, right? And fuck it, I'll say it here. Let's get controversial if y'all want. We was having a debate about Hitman and Murder Mookin, because me and Van do that all the fucking time. And one thing we started talking about the totality of careers. I'm gonna go into topic mode with some of my awards here, y'all, and give y'all streams money's worth. Right. So matter of fact, let me go back a second. So piece of the topic came up of Twerk and Hitman having a recent back and forth, and they was talking about Mook's career. Now I know one thing that people tend to say about Mook is the amount of battles that he's had, right? His on-cam battles that we actually have access to and that we've all seen, right? And I made the debate saying that if you have to take the totality, I'm not talking about maybe who y'all think gets paid more or who's more well-known in the industry, who has more celebrity friends, who may do more views per individual battle average upload. I'm not talking about none of that. None of those extra. I'm just talking about the totality of somebody's career. I said A-Verb has a more total career than Murder Mook. Murder Mook could have possibly even a higher status in battle rap's history, right? But A-Verb, you could put him on a Mount Rushmore, correct? Right? So I say that to get back to my thing about A-Verb talking about he's possibly retiring. If he's retiring anytime soon, that is to be applauded and congratulated. Let the man go out as the Hall of Famer that he is. We don't need to look at anybody retiring unless you're just somebody that came in and you ain't really do shit. You ain't really alter the game. You ain't really change it. You ain't really add enough. People won't remember you like that. You didn't create any butterfly effect on a battle rap timeline, and you publicly come out and you announce retirement. It's just like, so? And No, if you're DNA, if you're Arsenal, if you're Murder Mook, if you're Loaded Lux, if you're Hitman Holla, if you're Averb, if you're Goods, if you're Calico, if you're Charlie Clips, and I could even go into more current era, even New Jersey Twerk or Geechee Gotti, or if you're one of these guys that created butterfly effects and really impacted at a high level and really altered things and changed things or added a lot to the culture, and you retire, you can applaud that. See, B Dot, for example, retiring, people wanted more. I think he needed to do more, right? That's why when people talk about where's B Dot, people aren't like wishing him well off because they wanted more. Averb has given you blood, sweat, and tears. He's giving you everything. You know what I'm saying? So I could keep going on that topic, but yeah, to have Averb back on his A game, displaying his penmanship and his wizardry there, in our last release was dope. And Mickey Fax, we've been talking about the Mickey Fax RBE debut for years, right? You know, there's some people that jumped in and played in a mix with the first one that we was going to get done, which was Mickey Fax versus B Dot. We also talked about Mickey Fax versus Iron Solomon. Iron Solomon got all types of timing. I'm in my 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or damn near both feet out. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Iron. I need you back, homie. But yeah, the we can't just wait for B Dot or wait for Iron. And Mickey has said, whether it's on My Expert Opinion, his Twitter interviews, whatever, he's been walking around stamping that for years, and he stood on that honor. You know, even when he got the calls of people trying to take that Mickey Fax versus B Dot from him, that nigga stood on shit. Niggas calling him, offering all types of numbers. Fax told me. And nigga Fax says it's not about the money. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people won't do that. That nigga Fax walked around with that honor for a while. Like, I did my URL battle. I did my King of the Dot battle. I'm not an active battle rapper like that. I want to complete that trifecta. That's my own personal shit of adding RBE, and I'm done. And we finally got it done. But we also got him in front of somebody that was deserving, another legend. So shout out to Fax. Listen to Fax rounds in that battle. Incredible. I haven't picked a winner in that battle yet. So yeah, that was the let's bar out battle of the year for me. Okay. Shocker of the year. Here we go. Shocker of the year is another one that just dropped. Shout out to Straight to It series. Full circle shooting. Ill Will versus Pain. Why did I vote this a shocker? Not because Pain isn't great at what he does. Pain has got a lot of good work on RBE alone, let alone off RBE. The man is showing y'all what he brings to the table. Some people still call him an up and comer. Some people say, like, nah, he's fully arrived. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you classify him. But for me, the reason why I say shocker is because y'all been hearing me say for how long that Ill Will is the best battle rapper in the world. Best battle rapper in the world. My opinion. And Pain just beat him. One thing I respect about Ill Will don't do the excuses. You know what I'm saying? If Ill Will, for whatever reasons, if his rounds didn't land the way that he wanted to, if his memorization dropped for a split second, you know, he doesn't do that. He does, that's rare with him. Whatever the case may be, happened with Rosenberg Raw. Everybody got on his heels about that. Came back crazy. You know, his return was like, okay, bet, let me show y'all this. Then he had the 40 bars battle. He had the Hollow the Don battle. He had the King Los battle. Then he had the Hitman battle. Go look at all of those rounds. It's all epic material. It's all epic material. So somebody like Ill Will, he's a tougher critic on himself than other people could be on him. I'm having these conversations with him behind the scenes. You might see him on the next Full Circle because he doesn't like what just got uploaded for him versus Pain. You might see him on the next set of Full Circles that drop, right? But anyway, Ill Will doesn't give excuses. He shouldn't, because when you step into that ring and the coin toss is done and the camera's cut on and y'all start rapping, if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. And can't nobody take that from Pain. Can't take nothing from Pain. If I watch that second round from Ill Will, it's designed to get most battle rappers out of there. Any battle rapper out of there. It's second round. I'm sitting there like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? All that my man Pain, literally standing in the pain. Oh shit. Ill Will went off in that battle. He went off. He went off. I still love the battle despite that last piece. But Pain's third round. Yo, Pain had that bar in there. Put the old school motor, turn a bike into a motorcycle, put the can on wheel. Yo, how many of us have done that? Even in stores right now. You go into a toy store right now, they sell those modifiers now to put on bikes. It comes from us doing that, from just putting a fucking can in the back of the tire and get that sound on your shit and make us really feel like we on motorcycles and shit. You know what I'm saying? That fucking bar, I was just like, oh. And Pain had a lot of those. Pain had a lot of those. And not even just Pain's bars. Pain's performance. Pain performed like a super duper vet, like a super duper top tier. Like he had that segment, I think it was in the third round, where he was following the full circle camera. He was just walking with the camera, rapping in the camera while he was walking with this shit. And I'm watching that shit like, look at this nigga, son. Who the fuck you think you are? You know what I'm saying? That shit was tough. Tough. So being that I call Ill Will the best battle rapper of the year, and Pain goes in there and clearly beats you and has arguably his best performance that's been uploaded to the RBE channel, that's a shocker for some. So I think that's a good category to give him while we give Pain his flowers. Shout out to Pain, man. Slept on match of the year for RBE. Yeah, it was in a blue room. Yeah, it doesn't have 100,000 views, but it was one of those. If you watch it, it was one of those. So while we were in the whole culture was in Max Out 3 versus Summer Madness mode, right? Which was a big storyline for a point in time of the year, just a couple months ago, right? I told y'all the story of because Summer Madness happened before Max Out. I told y'all a story when I was standing in the crowd before I started hosting the battles at Max Out. I was standing in the crowd. I was standing next to a couple bloggers. I think I was standing next to Showtime SP, probably Vada, I think Chris Unbiased, a bunch of bloggers. And that vibe is still in the air of Summer Madness versus Max Out. And we got 11 battles on the card, and we're like at the third or the fourth battle, right? And I'm watching the battle, and then I turn to everybody that's next to me, these bloggers who know battle rapping, are critics, and I asked them, I said, which battle is better? This battle or John versus T-Top? And everybody started crying, laughing, like, wow, he's right. I was just like, yo, quality-wise, what we doing here? I'm tired of being humble. What are we doing here? That's like what I was saying to niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that battle is XL versus Death the Kid. XL versus Death the Kid. It looked like a mirror match because they both sitting there with bucket hats and shit. But yo, you go listen to those rounds, listen to the material, listen to the angles, listen to the quality, bar for bar, of what those two guys did in that blue room on that card for Max Out 3. I'm gonna give that the slept on RBE battle of the year. Shout out to Def the Kid and shout out to XL for that one. That was dope. Setup trick of the year. I told you, man, we got 26 of these joints and I'm bugging out. I try to get real creative with my awards. Fuck it, have some fun. Setup trick of the year. So he's rapping, and there was an angle used against his opponent years ago. And like we said earlier, stigmas that people try to carry them with you forever. There's certain things people will say about you, and no matter who you battle rap against, your opponent's going to say. Like Sirius Jones says that a lot. No matter who I battle, somebody's going to mention math, right? That's the thing about these damn stigmas. They're going to stay forever. And somebody says something to this opponent years ago. So long ago, we was doing small room validation events. That's how long ago it was. And this person turned it into a prop and an angle and a setup, pulls out his cell phone. He was like, yo, that's not you. That's not right there. And I'm talking about Head Ice. Head Ice's setup or show off where he pulled his phone out and Show Off was ready to hook off and shit. Show Off wanted to fight for a second. You could tell. You could see like, yo, Show Off he's getting mad that somebody playing with his name like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it was tense for a moment. You know what I mean? Because like when somebody's uncomfortable, you could just tell. You know that it was the tense atmosphere was there for like a good 10, 15 seconds. Show off with a straight face. Yo, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play. It's like, yo, I wasn't laughing at that moment. I was just like, oh, here I go at league on again. Fuck around, have to get between niggas again. You know what I mean? And then Head Ice turns and says, I know it's not you, but the fact, and and the whole crowd started dying laughing, even show off. It was a great setup. It was hilarious. I could possibly even award that as possibly the funniest ball of the year because it just caught us all like we thought that he was really, really trying to go there. Whether it was in his phone, even if something like that in his phone is false, people could even lie in their rounds. It could be a fake text message and you still try to use that in your rap. So he undid it by saying, I know it's not true, but the fact that everybody was just stuck in a moment, like, and then he turns it into a joke was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So setup trick of the year, Head Ice, man. Real creative, real entertaining. Good one. Surprise of the year. So the surprise of the year for me is real easy. Because it was a surprise battle. And it turned out to be what some people call the classic. It might be sitting at like 500,000 views right now. It was one of the top 4 best battles to come out of the best event of the year and one of the best events ever, in my opinion. Blue Room, Arsenal versus B Magic. These guys were hit up to do a secret battle, a surprise battle in the middle of Max Out 3 with all this other haymaker promotion going on for these other matchups. And it also added, B Magic to the card because he deserved to be there. When you got Hitman Holla, Averb, Young Ill, dope. The nostalgia of that's built into Max Out 3 is just epic. But how do you do that without B Magic, right? And to get him on the card and then to get Arsenal back, who is another guy that you could argue on the Mount Rushmore. Arsenal, you know what I'm saying? One of our GOATs, 2 of our GOATs, Punchline, King versus King of Disrespect. They both have added a lot of innovation and inspiration to many other battlers from what they've brought to the stage. And to get 2 people of that caliber in a battle that's not even promoted, not to have that matchup and not even promote it, RBE, y'all must be on some shit. So that's the surprise of the year to me, Arsenal versus B Magic, because not only was it set up with all those things that I just said, but it delivered some crazy shit. It delivered. B Magic got one of the votes for Performer of the Year. The 3 performers, of the year, of the night. We did the Performer of the Night award, and we gave an extra bag for it. And the vote was Ill Will, Averb, and B Magic from the 3 voters: Vodafly, Showtime SP, and Rosenberg Raw. So how's that for a surprise pop-up add-on 11th battle? You know what I'm saying? City of the Year. I put this award right next to it because it's synonymous for the most part. St. Louis. The nostalgia and doing something like that on Max Out 3 and you guys kind of all being on the same page about it. I don't know if we're ever going to see that again. And being that you guys are all really, really Hall of Famers and game-changing butterfly effect people within the battle rap culture, I just think that's so epic. Me personally, what you guys did. Even if you go outside of RBE, you got one of the most impactful battles of the year. Hitman with Easy to Block Captain. You got Averb. Once again, we spoke about him versus Mickey Fax earlier. That's on RBE, but he continued to do his thing. B Magic, he stayed active this year. The return of Young Ill. The battle rap internet crashed when we announced Young Ill's return for Max Out 3. It was, what? Young Ill is back? You had all his peers. I got interviews with Calico and interviews with other battle rappers that are GOATs. It's like, yo, I'm coming to see Young Ill. I want to see what Young Ill does. Not just the fans, his peers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see Young Ill on Max Out 3. So St. Louis, you guys really, really created something and helped be a part of something to me that's epic and may never happen again. And on top of that, you guys also put on in many respects, whether it's views, whether it's quality, whether it's classics, whether it's promo run, whether it's activity, bags and bodies, and all this type of shit that you guys are doing. St. Louis, you guys, and this is an RBE award, y'all. Okay, so I don't want nobody come up and try to say, wait, if you add up the New York battle rappers, and it's an art within RBE, y'all. Okay, remember there's an RBE list. All right, so I'm giving it to St. Louis. Promo of the Year award. This is very, very obvious. Averb, I don't know how you did it. I know how you did it when it comes to talking and promoting and going at A Ward for 2 months, because because Averb was born with that gab. He was born with that gift. I said that about Surf one time. I put a video out on me and Surf going back and forth. I did a video on Surf. I said, what's Surf's greatest gift? We know that he can rap, but what's his greatest gift? I said his talk, his gab. I think that's his even further number one top born talent. And you could argue that for Averb. These are the people that you don't want to debate with, you don't want to argue with, because they could sit there and talk forever. It's like the fucking Charleston Whites of the world, right? I don't want to argue with Charleston White. Right? Somehow he's gonna win the debate, no matter what. But Averb talking for 2 months and pestering and fucking with A Ward and getting under A Ward's skin and putting narratives around him where people wasn't sure. Is Averb gonna drop some haymaker exposing racist thing? Because he keeps talking about some racist stuff in his promo run. He's talking about A Ward's mother. He's bringing his mother into it. He's doing all of this stuff that's just like, he's certain places he's crossing the line. Some of the stuff is fight worthy. It even made A Ward retract. A Ward started saying, you know what? I'm going dark. I think he changed his Twitter handle or his Twitter picture to like all black circle, right? There was no pre-face off, right? We wanted to do it, but scheduling some things got messed up, so we couldn't do that. And then even A Ward to tell you, he's done interviews saying like me not promoting was promotion within itself, because me being quiet, people didn't understand what I was on. So that still spawns from what Averb is doing. It's not like the battle got booked and A Ward went in with the mind saying that no matter what, I'm not going to really say too much because that's going to be my chess move versus Averb. No, he did that after seeing what Averb was doing. So Averb's promo run really, really, for the sake of him having that gift already, isn't super shocking to me. What is shocking to me, though, is that he did that for 2 fucking months and then showed up with 3 classic rounds. Averb versus A Ward just got voted Battle of the Year on Fox 5. Whether you agree or disagree, it gets recognized as number 1 in Fox 5's eyes, along with Vodafly, Showtime SP, and anybody else that had a vote in. Once again, whether you agree or disagree, you put it in the mix. You put it in the mix. Averb did that. And he won a tie for performer of the night at Max Out 3. Look at the talent that was on Max Out 3. He won, he co-tied with that. He got an extra bag for that. Right? And he did all of that. Like, even part of me from a league owner business standpoint, I'm just like, are your rounds going to be good after all of this? How, Sway? How do you, on Spaces, 3-4 times a day attacking A Ward? He would say these little hints on Spaces and shit. He would end the Spaces by saying things like, all right, I'm out. I'm going to go train, keyword train, right? Memorize and practice or write, right? I'm going to go train. But I think Averb showed a talent that very, very few people have in battle rap, to be able to put your mind and energy over here so much, yet still not even create an excuse, not even taking a bar off with the actual part that means the most, which is the battle to the fans. Amazing. That will never happen again. I don't see that ever. I don't ever see somebody promoting that much and then showing up as the performer of the night with a classic battle on both sides, right? A classic battle, right? And getting voted battle of the year from any platform. It's never gonna happen again. Promo of the year award, Averb. You got that, G. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Brick of the year. Brick of the year is a little bit personalized, and I'll explain why. So shout out once again to all the bricks, the intakes, the no way out one-off battles, all those matchups. Lawrence and Wing probably delivered like 200 battles in 2023. You know what I'm saying? But the brick of the year, I want to give to caution. Okay, let's go into caution. Now, when people think about the top bricks, I think people will say names such as Pain. They'll say names such as Remedy Loco. You would say Coach, even though Coach will no longer battle on RBE. You'll say names like Caution, obviously. You might say Jay Breed. You might say Zay. You know, there's a lot of names that could come up as a top brick. I think I want people to continue to pay attention to people like Sniper. I can keep going. You know what I'm saying? Raw Image, like shit. Raw Image, I'm keeping 1,000 since, you know, it's old now. Raw Image beat Caution this year. She did. Like, you know me, I don't be saying winners like after battle drops and nothing like that because I don't want to be a part of hedge or nothing, but I'm going to keep 1,000. Now that it's over, it's all signed and sealed. Raw Image beat Caution in their battle this year. And why am I giving Caution the brick of the year? Because this RBE shit has always been more than just your raps. If you've known RBE since day one over our past 10 years, you know my character, my personality, our ways are embedded in our platform, which is why you can even have a platform that stands out. Anybody could book a battle rapper. Anybody could come over, come around, start a YouTube channel, you know, give a battle rapper a deposit and start a league. We've seen them come and go many, 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 many times, from big budget cars to small budget cars, come and go, right? Our personality is embedded within the platform, right? And this RBE shit and brick by brick itself is a mentality. It's a mentality. It's how you move. It's your principles. It's your morals, right? This is why you're going to see somebody like Show Off, right? No matter what, I'm always going to try to keep them involved. Some of that was built early because of how we moved early on and showing certain things on both sides to each other, our character. And then on the business side, doing our best to take care of each other. I'm doing my best business wise. You're doing your best talent wise, right? And trying to keep things fair, because sometimes even business and then personal is it's not even easy to separate, but we do our best. Caution, you can say notoriety wise leads the bricks, right? She was the first one to come out and really have the largest notoriety from the names that I mentioned prior. From her RBE battles, and then going on and doing the Chrome tournament, for example. We got to the finals, right? Yeah, Caution versus C3 got to the finals. So you go through the whole tournament. You know what I mean? And Caution moving around and being charismatic, being outspoken, taking leadership roles at times. If I pop into a space every once in a while, I see the way that even at events, I see the way that she's a leader. You know what I'm saying? I know they say that about men, but Caution got alpha to her. You know what I mean? I watch her try to like gather people around at the events or whatnot and try to keep everybody like, even something that I damn near disagreed with her the other day on one of my most recent lives. I was just like, yo, not everybody's gonna move under like the same we a family type of vibe. I said that about Caution the other day. I'm crediting her with that at the same token while I'm being real and saying not everybody got that. Not everybody's going to do that with you. So let's leave it alone. Let people do what they do. Let people move how they move. If they want to be a brick, let them be a brick. If they want to just say, I battle on RBE and I ain't no classification, let them do that. Right. But another thing about Caution is she ain't had no picks. If I called her for a battle, if I said, yo, QB, of course you're there. QB is a legend. If I say, yo, let me be one of the first people that I send out to the full circle battles, she's ready to go. Fly ass to LA. You know what I'm saying? And whether she knew it or not, that was damn near a reward from my side, whether she knew it or not. You know what I mean? Winged as well. I feel like whatever call or Winged or Lawrence makes the caution, I feel like she's dead. It don't matter who the opponent is. Doesn't matter if it's what you consider crumbs, sir. Because right around the corner, if you pay attention, the first peoples that go into full circles happen to be bricks. Caution, pain. You know which matchup was supposed to be next? Just from a little bit of patience or a lot of bit of patience, depending on who you ask, right? Take a guess of what the next one we want it to be. Shit, I owe the battle to Big K too. He owes it to me. We both owe it to each other, right? Caution don't got no picks, man. You get an RBE call to battle John Doe. She's dead. Get a call to battle QB. She's dead. She's prepared, win or lose. I just like the way she's moving as a person. I don't need nobody to be loyal to me. I don't need that. Just be real. And I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So caution from the way you've moved as an artist, as a battle rapper, and also on some RBE shit. You are the brick of the year. All right. Salute to you. Hard workers, or workers plural, I put award of the year. All right, that I gotta give that to fucking Winged and Lawrence. I've been doing this shit 10 years. All right. The headaches that I deal with behind the scenes. Some of you guys hear the story. Some of you guys know all the fall-ins and the fallouts, the drama, the beefs, the arguments, the politics, the battles dropping and the sabotage and even lawsuits. I fucking fights, everything. I'm one of the few people that had physical altercations behind some RBE shit by myself out in the fucking snow in Toronto by my fucking self. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been in damn near everything behind RBE. I know what comes with this shit. A lot of people had to deal with more shit in battle rap than me. Not a lot of people. And even doing full circle battles that are shoots, not even events, just shoots, private events, not promoting, not all the extra bells and whistles and drama and pay-per-view and door sales and all that I got to do. Even those have been presenting a couple headaches here and there. There's little, because shit just happens. Coordination and all that, moving pieces is always going to create some type of weak point or weak link, and you got to cover that up, right? To see Lawrence and Winged do all these 2-day events, all these cards, 10 battles, 15 battles, 20 battles, 30 battles, weekend, 40 battles in a weekend, all this type of shit. I know what comes with that. I know the headache. I know what it's like to be at a card, at an event, and your main event is gone. That happened to me on my second card ever. Math Hoffa versus Old Red. It was my second card ever. That was my main event, and I lost it 5 days before the fucking event. And I'm sitting at the event, not even sure if Math is going to show up. Not even sure. Old Red was there. Old Red even walked up on me like, yo, do I still get paid? I'm like, no, that's not what your contract say. Old Red was ready to go. Math showed up after the card was over. He showed up, showed face and shit. He's in there. You know what I'm saying? But during that 5 days, I got a blog on the channel. Niggas asked me, like, what's up with the main event? I'm like, I'm not sure, because there's shit that's bigger than this battle going on right now. I'm trying to tell the fans, like, I really don't know. I'm going to be there this Saturday, but I don't know. Winged and Lawrence just went through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just had an event, and the main event decided not to go for personal reasons. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit you got to deal with. This is shit you got to deal with, man. Winged and Lawrence just lost their main event that they promoted for a month. That could change your VOD sales. That could just be money right out of their pocket, just like that. Just because somebody made a personal decision, I ain't doing the battle no more. Just like that. The event gets hurt. The fans get hurt. Money is lost. Reputation is lost. Relationships are soiled. All this type of shit you got to deal with. And to see the pace of Lawrence and Winged dealing with this many artists, this many people, and putting out this much content on the channel this year is amazing. So shout out to Lawrence and Wayne. You guys have the RBE Hard Workers of the Year award. Okay, I think you guys outworked me, which ain't easy. All right, the Out of the Box award. The Out of the Box award I'm going to give to Avocado and Ruin Your Day. Why? Because they are essential in the full circle battles that you guys are seeing right now, that you guys are saying are amazing, and the best looking videos battles that you see are dropping right now, as well as the best battle rap environment this year, as well as one of the best battle rap environments ever, the Blue Room. And I've said it before, to keep it 1,000. I said I've seen arenas where I felt like they're going to stand the test of time. When you look back, you say that arena, that setup, that battle rap spot is going to be something that people speak about even outside of the battles, right? Club Drum to a degree is that. I'm like, if you say Club Drum, people are going to say battle rap. They don't know Club Drum for nothing else, because we established our identity there and how we want our matchups to hit within a certain room capacity. We stayed there. When we booked Murder Mook versus Averb and we said it's going to be in Drum, you guys said, you guys are fucking crazy. ARP, you're the stupidest business person or the stupidest booker in the world. And I said, okay, all I'm going to do is get some of that money back that I'm losing from not selling more door tickets by raising the general admission price to $125, making it a VIP type of event. But I'm going to keep it right there and watch the quality that comes out of it. Bing, 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 bing. He's been right all this time about small rooms. I was on that back then. I was on that way before that as well. That's why people hear Club Drama and they think battle rap. But fast forward, there's others outside of RB I got to give credit to as well. I love some of those early band setups. I loved them. The Bunker, that Avocado, I know Avocado was that was like kind of his baby, the Bunker, but it's under King of the Dots umbrella. The Bunker was one of them ones. The Blue Room, right? And I don't think it's coincidence that Avocado tends to be involved in all of these scenarios that we speak about, right? I mean, if you're working on the set of Iron Man, we expect a certain type of quality in battle rap. Right? So shout out to Avo and Ruin Your Day, the whole team. We lost a Ruin Your Day member as well. Rest in peace. But the whole Ruin Your Day team will forever go down in battle rap as being an essential piece of us delivering high quality content to the fans, to the industry, and to the hip hop world. And I want to give that Out of the Box award to Avocado. If I can tell you right now where he wants to shoot and how he wants to shoot the next full circle battles, you guys would laugh. And I wouldn't even say it, because I know you guys would be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I think you would just have to see it and then be like, oh, it's dope. And then we would get away with it. But if I said it, you guys would be like, you guys are idiots. But that's Avo being out the box. So I'm giving him that space and I'm backing it, and I got to pay for it. All right. We probably got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 more, y'all. We got 10 more. The Wait What Award. The Wait What Award. What is that? That's Wait What? That's what I mean by that. I'm giving that shit to Lady J. Wait, what? What just happened? So I know we edited it for YouTube, of course. Don't get my channel taken down, please, for one battle, please. But there was a Blue Room event. Was it Max Out 3? Yeah, it's Max Out 3. Max Out 3 just did the most, man. Like, it just gave you out a little bit of everything. Damn near fights, classics, surprises, nudity, all types of shit. I'm trying to use the right words for YouTube. But yeah, Lady J versus Tato. Shout out to Tato, my little firecracker. Really, really like Tato, man. She's so talented. Q-Tay, you crazy. Oh shit. Yeah. So I mean, we're there on the stream, and Tato's rapping is her round. And for whatever reason, she says something that I guess inspires Lady J to come out her joint. And everybody, if you know Lady J is a very, very heavy chested woman. You know what I'm saying? So I know certain people were mad. Like, what are you doing? Certain people were hating. Certain people were happy. Like it was a big. I think she went trending on Max Out Three's event night as well. Lady J went trending from that. Um, but if you see Lady J on Twitter, she's a very, very forthcoming person about her sexuality, her sexual presence, and her sexual nature. Um, that's why if you book her for a battle, she's gonna come with a certain type of look. She's also promoting herself, even like business wise or whatnot. To it's like, is it OnlyFans that she's on? I don't know, but she's on certain platforms, I think, where she's being very, very sexually forthcoming. You know, and shout out to her, man. I ain't hating, I ain't mad at you at all. I'm a man, grown ass fucking man. You know what I'm saying? From the angle that I was at, because I wasn't hosting the battles yet, I was kind of standing a little bit further back. I didn't get to see fully, but I did go back and watch the stream to see what I missed. You know what I'm saying? I know now I could go on her Twitter and see, you know what I'm saying? But prior to Max Out 3, I never saw her without clothes on. So I went back to the stream when it was over and I watched it. And I said, let me see what I missed. Let me see what I missed. As a grown ass fucking man. But shout out to Lady J, man. You win the wait. What happened? Award. Lady J's wild, man. I swear. Grudge of the year. Um, second place, and I haven't been doing second places for a lot of these votes, but just to say it real quick, I did give the second place to Coach Coleon versus Payne. What happened at their face-off, that was genuine, that was real, that wasn't fake. Coach and Payne going back and forth. Coach stands up. When Coach stands up, Payne is still in like face-off promo mode. You know, he's not really paying attention to anything being real. So Payne's just sitting there, not even looking at Coach. It's like this the whole time, right? Coach stands up. You know, I jump up to try to make sure I get between them. Show Off jumps up because that's Payne's people. He jumps up. He's ready to go. Me and our security, we bring Coach to the back, try to talk him down. A shout out to Payne for staying in the seat because at that point, you don't got to deal with two people. You only got to deal with one. It's obviously tough if you got both people coming at each other at the same time. So Payne staying in the seat made it easier for us. So we were able to just be in the back with Coach, take Coach up to his hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Continue to calm things down. And then everybody got past it. And the next day we all showed up and re-wrapped, right? I see till today that grudge is still there. I see certain people say certain things on Twitter, and it was obviously, well, it was said by Coach himself, even a part of why Coach has certain feelings that he's had recently because Payne versus Ill Will was announced. You know what I'm saying? So that's a real grudge. And, you know, you guys can stay away from each other. You guys battled already. It's over. But number one, who we kidding? It's A Ward versus A Verb. You can't develop a deeper grudge than that. If you go back to some of the stuff I said earlier, talking about the promoter of the year and giving that to A Verb, you're getting to why I think that this is the grudge of the year as well. So there's more details in that. Rewind this if you came in late. But yeah, grudge of the year, shout out to y'all. Rebuttal of the year. I did choose 2 spots for this one as well. Second place, I'm going to give it to Chef Trez. Chef Trez rebuttal on Show Off is amazing. Who we kidding though? Chef Trez is known for that. Chef Trez, people will look forward to his rounds and forget how good of a writer he is by looking forward to 3 of them things. Looking forward to his rebuttals, looking forward to his freestyles. I say that all the time about Chef Trez versus Sharon. What makes Chef Trez versus Sharon one of the best battles on the RBE channel is the elements of obviously the rebuttal 4th round of them trading off bars. That shit is epic. It's timeless to me. But aside from the freestyles that they did with their regular 3 rounds, their writtens were classic. They had a classic written 3 rounds on both sides. That's why that battle is so epic to me. And Trez rebuttals and freestyles so well. He's one of the best of all time that people forget his pen. You know what I'm saying? But his rebuttal to Show Off in this one, you know, Show Off had a round before him where he called on one of the security guards. You know, Big Low comes out. You know, that's the one that got the AR across his chest and shit. And here go Trez. He fucking comes with his rebuttal, and he already knows the other security guard that's there. Shout out to my nigga Bear. And I didn't even peep. He must have put a bug in his ear between rounds or something like, yo, I'll say this, jump in real quick. I didn't even peep. But he had a setup first going at show security that jumped in low. And then he brought Bear in, like, I got mines too. And the look of it, the visual of it, the crowd going crazy, the spontaneous nature of it, the rebuttal factor of it. It was amazing. It was epic because a rebuttal is a rebuttal. A freestyle was a freestyle, is a freestyle. But to also do a rebuttal and incorporate a prop or another person on the spot is dope. Is crazy. Damn. The way I just explained that kind of might make it number one. Now that I'm looking at this, it might be number one. I'll let y'all choose. But initially, I wrote down the number one rebuttal was Remedy Loco versus Swave Sever. Swave had like a medicine or something like that or whatever, and then Remedy Loco opened up his next round going on like this whole medicine. I don't even remember the bars exactly word for word, but it was crazy, and they went viral for it. Were they on World Star for it? They might have been on World Star for it, but yeah, that is one of the viral rebuttals that I've seen coming from somebody that doesn't have like a huge name in battle rap. And Remedy Loco, like, his rebuttal was really, really talked about on a lot of platforms by a lot of people and got a lot of views, like on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter. Like, it was doing huge views on these platforms. I be hating when I see that shit. Like, the full video be on my channel, and like, let's say it have like 100,000 views, and then you see a clip somewhere else with 5 million views. I'm like, when I see that clip around a lot, the Charlie Clip shit, when Hitman and John jumped in versus Farrah Funeral. That's one of the reasons why that's one of our highest viewed battles on the channel, is because how viral that moment went. You'll see that clip around a lot, 100,000 here, 200,000 views there, whatever, million views over there, and people come back and see the full video. But yeah, Clips versus Farrah, same effect. But yeah, Remedy Loco, his rebuttal in that was crazy. So you guys let me know in the comments, is that number one or number two as far as there was, and I'm giving when it comes to the Chef Trez and Show Off rebuttal. Scheme of the year. I don't remember what round it is, but the scheme of the year I'm going to give to King Los. All right. King Los, when he battled Ill Will, I'm pretty sure his scheme, his car scheme, lasted the entire round. And when somebody schemes that long, it's very, very easy to get tired of something. But the way that King Los writes, the way he was delivering that shit up there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let me know if I have any issues with my audio. I just hit my shit. But the way that he was delivering up there and the way that he writes, it kept it compelling for the whole round. And I think it being in the blue room, people was able to just sit there and just appreciate it. Even me as well, just sit there and just listening, like, yo, he's still on that shit. He's still on the same shit. So it being a whole round like that and still being captivating is part of the reason why I want to give it that vote. And when you mix in the writing capabilities of King Los and him putting all that pure lyricism into it, I want to give the scheme of the year to King Los. Honorable move of the year. Many of y'all don't know this. The honorable move of the year is I see bloggers say that, like I see Chris and people say this stuff about RBE. We don't carry the energy of it being a rowdy platform, rowdy league owner, rowdy leader, rowdy environment, gang environment, cliquey environment. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's comfortable. They've been saying that since 2014, 2013 about RBE. There's just a vibe. There's just something different about being at an RBE event. It's different. If you've been at RBE events, you know that, and it starts from the top down. I don't put that energy out there. And when we all get there, we all follow the same type of energy and the same type of carry ourselves a certain way. You know what I mean? The laws of attraction as it relates to the energy that you put out creates that. If I walk around acting like an asshole, I'm going to attract that type of energy. I'm going to promote that type of energy. I'm even going to make as a leader, I'm going to make other people think that it's okay to do that, right? It's no difference than a bad influence. Like if you got kids or something like that, right? Let's say you got a son and there's another badass that hangs around him. You remove the friend. You say the friend's not allowed to come over and hang out no more. You go to his house no more because it's a bad influence. It's all contagious. You know what I'm saying? It's all contagious. The energy, it just dissipates. It dissipates. If the leader or the league owner or the top battler or whoever is carrying this type of energy, other people are gonna assume that it's okay to act like that. And that shit just moves out, it ripples out, and you end up with the type of energy in your environment or within your radius. And then people get clueless why it's always a fight. Or they ask a question, why it's always a fight? Why it always feels like this? Why I feel like I can't go to those events no more? Like it's just too much. The energy is always this, or this person's always getting away with about to get into some shit because he's never been really checked for it, or he's been kind of led down the avenue of perceiving like this is how we give it up over here. We're gonna move like this. Small subtopic, like even people, you know what? I'm not gonna go into that subtopic. I'm not. Well, I could say that for a different joint. But anyway, I say all that to keep it real and still say RBE, we still have our moments too. There's unprofessionalism that has happened at RBE. There's drama that has happened at RBE. There's fights that have happened at RBE. There's been all types of shit. But when you scale it all in its totality, the percentage of the energy that we've been able to maintain is well on the win side. Well on the win side as far as keeping everybody safe, keeping everybody comfortable. But there was a situation off camera that really nobody knew about. It was with Jay Murder and Jay Jeans, right? I'm not going to get into the details of what happened, but there was a physical altercation. Okay. Um, shit, I spent the whole night making sure that these guys could stay separated. We even booked like a 7 o'clock in the morning or some shit flight the day of the event to fly one of them out because we didn't want them crossing paths ever again after what happened at the face off the night before. And I don't even think they didn't. I don't even think that they knew it. Well, one of them might have knew it. They literally after the altercation, back to the hotel rooms, they were staying like 3 doors down from each other. And one of them didn't know it. And I damn sure wasn't gonna tell him, like, yo, the door's right there. Nah, I'm trying to keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? There's doors right there. So you could hear the other person in the hallway screaming and ranting and calling up his people, yo, pull up, it's on, bro. And the other person could hear it. But he's being respectful, he's being professional, and he's being solid enough to honor the requests that were given him. Stay still, please. Nothing else. And we got that person a flight. That particular one of them, of the two, a flight, like 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let them go home, get these guys away from them. We don't want them crossing paths at this hotel when nobody's there to try to intervene. Because if I'm not there and security guards aren't there and RBE staff isn't there, and these guys happen to come out their hotel rooms or go back and forth towards their hotel, coming in and out while they go outside for a smoke break or whatever the case may be, nobody's there to intervene. And then it gets even worse than what happened at the fucking face-off. And what happened at the face-off was bad enough. But if you go to the RBE channel, you see an uploaded battle of Jay Murder versus Jay Jeans. It's there, right? So the next event, we spun the block. And those two guys agreed to not get into anything physical and to get on camera and wrap their rounds to each other. And we did it out on site style in the parking lot after the face-offs. And then we added it to the VOD. It wasn't on the live stream. And I think they shook hands after as well. Y'all know me, y'all know RBE. We push peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with like Math and Serious Jones. I'm so mad at that shit that's between them right now. But anyway, another topic. But yeah, we rather push the peace, man. Like I think a lot of platforms would rather prefer no drama, not just RBE, if they had their choice. But yeah, they got it done, and I think they shook hands afterwards. And I never heard a peep about it after. I never heard Murder or Jay Jean, nobody going at each other, whatever. As honor. As honor. Not a single shot, not a single indirect, I personally never seen nothing between the two after that. Because it's kind of like what I wanted for Math and Serious. Like, you guys battled, you guys were face to face. Now both of you could never. There's no need for you to neither one of y'all to ever take a shot at each other again and infuriate the other person. No subliminals, no nothing. Let it be cool from now on. If you guys cross paths, you guys could shake hands, which Math and Sirius have done a bunch of times. They bumped into each other, you know what I'm saying, after their battle many, many times, you know. And shout out to Jay Murder and Jay Jeans, man. A little story that a lot of people don't know. And I'm not going to get into the details of what actually happened. But there was a physical altercation, and then everybody handling it like that after, from the person staying in the room that we asked to stay in the room. Because you know, when you got your adrenaline moving and everything like that, and shit already popped off, sometimes you can't hear nobody or hear nothing. I don't give a fuck if it's ARP or the league on or whatever. But I can't hear nothing because I'm in a different mode right now. So honor for you to respect that, stay in your room and keep it calm. You know what I'm saying? Get on that flight. Let us. We forced him. Wasn't his choice. We said, get out of here. We put you on a flight. We just bought you a new flight. Put on a flight, and then you guys to both show up, rap, shake hands, put it in the past, and me never to hear nothing about that again. Honor, honorable move of the year within RBE. Okay. Card of the year. Do y'all really want me to do it? Do y'all really want me to do it? All right. We had some classic cards, but it's a landslide, all pun intended. And when it comes to which RBE card was the best, Max Out 3. I saw it when it was done. Well, when it was constructed, I thought we had something crazy because the 11 battles, the matchups, the main event being what it was, a battle that I've been trying to do for like 3 years, maybe more than that. The nostalgia built in with St. Louis, the surprise battle, the live commentary with Vada and Showtime SP and Rosenberg, the promotion leading in the biggest one of the craziest grudge matches ever that developed with Averb versus A Ward, the shots that were given to some of the up and coming guys, the ladies that ended up on there too. It was just a lot, man. So as it was constructed and being rolled out, we knew that we had lightning in a bottle, right? I could even see that from the sales. I could see that from the pay-per-view pre-sales, to be honest. Like, I trend that stuff. I know our analytics. And we knew we had lightning in the bottle with Max Out 3. Um you're lucky as a platform owner to be able to create moments like that where it's just like, yo, it doesn't matter what else is going on. This is one of them. You know what I'm saying? To get to that opportunity as a league owner is like it's humbling and it's an honor, but it's big and it's impactful. And then it even raises the bar sometimes. When we did Pearly Gates Part 1 that had O-Red, Big K, JC versus Ill Mac, Daylight versus Ill Will, the fans didn't let us go backwards. They didn't want us to do a blood, sweat, and tears card anymore. They was like, no, we want to see you do big matches, big opponent versus big opponent. It raises the bar. You know, like if I construct a card right now, they want it to be Max Out 4. You know what I'm saying? So it does a lot, man. A lot of views, a lot of attention, a lot of social media impact, a lot of coverage. And what Max Out 3 was, it's not just RBE's best event ever, and doesn't just have all those other pieces and elements to it. You know, I really still stand on and feel like it's it's going to age as one of the best battle rap events ever. Right. I've been to some great events. I was at Summer Madness too. I was at some of the world dominations that were just like, and some of the blackouts that were just like, this is epic. I think when people jar their memory, they try to like, we get 100 cards across all the leagues a year, right? If you start to jar your memory 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you say, what's the best battle rap events ever? Max Out 3 will be mentioned, should be mentioned, right? So I look at that card, man. It's just like, fuck scaling it to the year. I'm scaling it for the long term, for the long time. And that's why people even right now, they were waiting for certain cards to happen just to see how the year was going to close out. And they're like, nope, not even half of Max Out 3. And that's the impact of Max Out 3. The blue room element and all that is, it's just a lot, man. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, man. So even though we had some other amazing cards like the Divide and Conquers and all that, I got it's clear. Max Out 3 is just, it just did too much if I have to rank it against the other cards that we did in 2023. Transition of the year. I don't think I got to say my man name right here in any of these other 20 plus awards. I'm giving this to Rosenberg Raw. My nigga Frozy. Transition of the year. If you really follow me on my blogs and my lives, I've always been big on transitions. I've always been big on people having multiple lanes of income and arenas that they can, jump into for success. If you're waiting for a league owner to call you, you're going to end up mad and pissed off, and you're not going to do your main event battles and shit like that. Or you're going to get frustrated, you're going to start dissing leagues, or you're going to start pocket watching, all types of shit. If you're sitting around waiting for a league owner to call you, sooner or later, you're going to think that you're being done wrong. All of this. I would never put myself in that position, ever, 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 ever. This is coming from a league owner. Once again, it's not my best interest to say this. But finding transitions, I think a lot of us are proud of Matt Hoffa and MEO, for example. I think a lot of us are proud of Conceited and Hitman and Charlie Clips and everybody that's done Wildin' Out. I think a lot of us are proud of. I think people like Sharon has gotten into certain business. Roan has gotten into podcasting up there with Pat Bev. There's so much. Verb is he's streaming a lot and got other stuff going on. Hitman continues to have a million things going on, Wildin' Out, Bags and Bodies, whatever. People having all these different transitions, other things that they're getting into after battle rap. Or Goods is an all-out entrepreneur. He owns a store. He owns a clothing store. He has shoes. He has cologne. He streams. Goods probably has like 4 or 5 streams of income, right? And he started as a battle rapper for most of us, right? And some of those same people that know him from battle rapping are now purchasing his cologne or buying some of his gear. And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Your transitions. Because if battle rap stopped tomorrow and you don't have anything to show for it except for videos that you don't own or fans that follow you on social media or Twitter, that's not good. That's not good. What was it, Lil Baby that rapped some shit like, I done got more dollars than followers? I done got more dollars than followers. No. Right? Think about it. Right now, look at your Twitter, people, or look at your Instagram. How many followers do you have? Do you have $1 for every Instagram follower? Do you have $0.25 for every Instagram or Twitter follower that you have? If you have nothing in the bank, but you got 5,000 followers, or I shouldn't say 5,000. If you got 50,000 followers and not $1 in the bank, transitions, man. And I'm proud to see Rosenberg Raw streaming, generating income and Rosenberg Raw does other stuff too. Like he works, got a job and shit. But to use your battle rap legacy and your fan base from battle rap to now move that somewhere else where you are now in full control, those are wins to me. I would like to see every battle rapper do that. I see Ill Will. He's got movies coming out now and shit. That's it. That is it. Fuck ARP or fucking Smack or Rem or somebody calling you a couple times a year. Let that be the supplement. Let that be the supplement. But your main, you need to be in control of. And Rosenberg Raw taking full control over what we known him from, which is battle rap. That's what I love to see, man. You got that award, transition of the year, and you really are a dope blogger. He's always been a great shit talker and talker, which is why he was always good in face-offs and promotion. So to see Rosenberg Raw blogging, it's like, nigga, what took you so long? Same thing for Big K. I've been saying this to Big K for years. I'm like, dude, when are you gonna start a podcast? I'm still waiting for the Big K podcast. He's fucking hilarious. One of the funniest people in this shit. So transition of the year award, Rosenberg, man, proud to see that, man. Keep killing. If you become the next Kai, man, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget your boy, man. You can throw me a little something, little light something. Highest viewed battle of the year. It is Hitman Holla versus Ill Will. It is at, I believe, almost 1.2 million views at this point. I think the second highest viewed battle of the year on RB channel is Murder Mook versus Big K, which is 9 something. It's about to cross 1 million. So shout out to those two battles. But yeah, Hitman and Ill Will at 1.2 is dope. And Not only is it the highest viewed battle that RBE has dropped this year, but it's the last main event that we dropped this year. So, like for example, like let's say Hollow the Don versus Ill Will. That was the first card of the year, right? So obviously dropped in on YouTube like the first quarter this year. Probably dropped like February or March or something on the channel. So for Max Out 3 to happen towards the end of the year, and it passed everything else that we did, all the other main events, including Murder Mook and Big K and Hollow versus Ill, all that type of shit, for it to pass everything else and be the number one right now, it says a lot. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot about, that card. It says a lot about Hitman Holla. It says a lot about Ill Will. It says a lot about the matchup. It says a lot about the outcome of the battle. So shout out to y'all. All right, I got two more. The last two, I guess, is just random for me. The Son of a Bitch Award. The Son of a Bitch Award. I fuck with this guy more than most in battle rap. Like behind the scenes, if you guys could like key in on some of our text messages or some of our phone calls, you would be highly entertained. We talk like we grew up together. Me and this guy. I really, really fuck with this guy, man. He's always been a good dude. One of the coolest guys in battle rap. You're not gonna meet many people in general life where you're gonna just be like, y'all fuck with him. He's a cool ass nigga, man. Let alone battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna go to Charlie Clips. But Charlie Clips gets the Son of a Bitch Award for 2023 on RBE because of his third round versus Rosenberg Raw. All right. You son of a bitch. You son of a son of a bitch. And people have asked me many, many times, ARP, what was going through your mind in that moment? Man, I tell you, I've been doing this shit 10 years, as all y'all know, right? As far as being a platform owner. And over the years, I've learned how to balance as much as possible. I'm still not the perfect host. No, there is no perfect host. Okay. I look around, I definitely no perfect fucking host out there. All right. Some of y'all are boring. Some of y'all can't say the right names. Some of y'all are whatever. I made my mistakes too. You go back to fucking Arsenal and Show. If you would have thought that me and Arsenal was gonna fight for a minute, right? I had to learn. Now, next time somebody do that, like when Old Red sets a trap for Show Off, I'm gonna sit here and shut up until everybody green light me to talk, even though I know the truth. You know what I'm saying? I try not to insert yourself, because you can affect the battle, right? But that trap that Charlie Clips set up and laid, it was so perfect. It was so genius. That's one of those curiosity kills the cat moments. It really is. I know it's rap. I already know what's going on between me and Rosenberg Raw. We good already before the battle. I know me and Rosenberg Raw know everything about anything that Charlie Clips rapped about and then some. So me and Raw is past good. But the way Charlie Clips paints that and sets it up, it's like, I gotta look at my fucking phone for a second. Hold on. Curiosity killed the cat in that moment, man. And that's why I say, you son of a bitch award goes to Charlie Clips, man. That was an amazing setup. For a lot of people, it tilted the battle. I'm keeping it 1,000. I don't speak on battles when they first happen, but now that it's a little older in the past, so a lot of people, it tilted the battle. That setup and that angle, and then you create a spectacle of it. You create a spectacle with the people on camera that have certain reactions. Like if somebody, makes a certain face or reaches for their phone or says, nah, that ain't true, or co-signs it, like you create reactions around you. And Charlie Clips, me and him, he also used our friendship for that. And I think about it. Me and him friendship, he's able to use in that moment. He's sitting there telling, when I turn the ARP and I got a serious face on and I tap him in the chest real quick and I say, and I put, yo, do blah, 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 blah. Our friendship alone is going to make him be jolted. You know what I'm saying? And for all I know, he probably had a freestyle or an answer to go even after, if I grab my phone or not. I seen Hollow the Don do that to rest in peace Pat Stay. Puts the microphone in Pat Stay's face. Pat Stay says, hello. Oh, you're being funny still. Those are like, I got an answer or a bar reaction to however you react. For all I know, Charlie Clips had that as well because he's that talented and he's a freestyler. Just like Hollow the Don. Perfect example in alignment, right? But yo, Son of a bitch award. Son of a bitch. Very entertaining. I'm still to this day entertained by that moment. But you caught me. You caught us all. You know what I'm saying? Son of a bitch award goes to Charlie Clips. And the question of the year award, and I'm done. That's the last one. The question of the year award. How do you create this much debate after a battle, but not about the outcome of the battle? Not about who won and who lost. For a month plus, people talking about this after the battle. We're not saying, yo, who really won the first round or who really won the third round or who was more impactful or was there gas? That's not what we're talking about. Nobody's even talking about how classic the battle was, how great the battle was. It's the question of the year. Goods, who is your father? That award is going to Calico. Cal is crazy. Cal is fucking insane, B. Cal is insane. That is the question of the year. So this nigga Cal had the whole culture caring what race Goods' father was. Like the whole culture. And Goods had a tactical answer to that too when the battle dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be trying to stay out of shit because I'm the middle guy. I'm the face of the platform, I'm the face of the company. I set it up, I do the business, I cut the check on it. And I have to also keep integrity. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, when Show Off says that closing bar to Math Hoffa at the end of their battle, that is the type of bar you're supposed to fight over, to be honest. In that venue, in Club Drum, before they take the stage, Show Off walks past me, said, yo, I got to tell you something real quick because it might go down. He wanted to tell me the bar. And I said, from an integrity standpoint, I said, no. Whatever you got, I don't want to hear it. Let's just get up there and rap. I don't want to know going in because then I open myself up. It's like if people feel like, oh, ARP knew this going in, then people would say like, oh, they'll go as far as saying you set them up. You know what I'm saying? Or why didn't you say something? You heard the rounds. Why didn't you say that he had 7-minute rounds and the other person only had 2? All of that, they try to pin all time. I remember I had to do a blog about if Hollow the Don was set up when he battled Math. I did a whole blog on that. The blog on my channel is probably over like 100,000 views. Go watch it. On the cover, I got Hollow the Don. I got like an Illuminati picture on it and shit. I forget what the title is. Probably like was Hollow the Don set up or some shit. And I got footage. This is back when I was editing videos. I got footage in there, breaking shit down or whatever. There's a whole story behind Hollow's cousin and how they came onto the stage and everything, like who was allowed to have people on stage. And then when Matt brought his 2 homies out and all, I had to go through all of that and explain and break all of that shit down in the blog because motherfuckers will take an inch and create a mile and then all of a sudden accuse you of setting somebody up. You know what I'm saying? So, similar to Goods now, like a day or 2 before the battle drops, he's calling me because I'm the one that's going to say when the battle's dropping. So he's like, yo, when's the battle dropping? And I think I was just like Friday or whatever. Like we were staying on the course like every Friday. And he's like, look at your phone. So while we on the phone, he texts me that picture that he dropped. So while we talking, I go to my text bill. I'm like, oh, what's this? Little baby good, some black nigga. Like, who is he was like, I'm gonna drop that when the battle drops. That's why I'm asking about when the battle's dropping. I'm like, oh man, you guys are creating all types of talking controversy and arguments around this shit. And Cal has rebuttals to that too. I'm not getting in it. But even knowing that a couple days before it dropping, I had to stay out of it. I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to try to do that, man. People want to call you and rap their bars to you, or they want to tell you things before a battle, whatever. You got to try to avoid somebody else feeling like, oh, ARP, you lied to me or you knew about this. Like, you got to navigate this shit, man, from a business standpoint as well as from an integrity standpoint. But yeah, question of the year is what race is Good's father? Because Calico. Now, Calico's fucking round that he designed around it was dope. It's battle rap. So true, false, half true, half false, whatever y'all go with, right? We still care about what's wrapped in around and how you paint the picture. I had that debate with Math years ago. And Math on the phone arguing. He said Big K's third round isn't true. I'm arguing with him. I'm like, it doesn't matter. This is battle rap. The fans are gonna go with what they believe, what they perceive, and what they enjoy. Those three things. That's what they're gonna go with. Doesn't matter how much truth is to it. And when we talk about truth, let alone you lying on somebody else, these battle rappers lie on themselves. Every fucking battle, they're saying shit that ain't true. So you can't prep a battle going on that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart. If for anything else, look around at battle rap's history. You know what I'm saying? So, well, regardless of where you stand, Calico, he painted that picture great. And then he campaigned after the battle. He created that question on Goods, and Goods had his counters. Goods is smart. Goods ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? But to watch those two guys go back and forth over that shit a month after the fucking battle happened was hilarious. And it starts from Calico, the question of the year. All right. All right. So those are my 26. I think it was 26 RBE awards of the year. If you tuned in later on, make sure you rewind back. I'm gonna put all 26 awards in the description. Somebody please timestamp it for me if you can. You know what I'm saying? I see somebody in the comments in some recent videos. They do a great job timestamping videos. I'll fuck around, make that person a mod on the channel if I could find them. So if somebody could timestamp all the awards, that would be super dope. Some of these awards I spoke into, and I went into in depth a little bit, and gave a little bit of backstory and topics around or whatever. So timestamps would be dope. I admit for all 26 of these awards, I'm not going to timestamp this video. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. But I will have the order of all 26 awards in my description for this video. Okay. So let me jump over here real quick. So we got new members once again. Salute and shout out to you. I think it's between Twerk and Big K for champion of the year. I do see that a lot. Shout out to Twerk. He's had an amazing year. He's had an amazing year. We need a full circle event, small crowd, 30 to 50 fans, concept, visual camera angles, and some of the battles have been fire so far. Oh shit, I gotta get into the Fox 5 shit. I forgot that. Yeah, it's a 2-hour stream. Fuck. I gotta get into that. All right. A full circle event. Shout out to Terrell. A full circle event would be dope. Here's the thing about full circle, and I spoke about this when we first kicked it off. The thing about full circle is there's, for lack of better words to describe it to you, it's like a train track. It's a dolly, right? That the camera goes on top, and it like they shoot movies like this. Like when you see people running or walking, and the camera's going with them. Like sometimes the camera be on somebody, be like on all this carrying gear and whatnot, but sometimes it's on like a trail or a track. That's what we use from a production and a ruin your day standpoint. When you got all that type of equipment on the ground, all this type of stuff, and you're going all these different type of elements, production wise, setup wise, and technical wise, that you can't even really do pay-per-views in situations like that. So once you start talking about doing an event, then you have to budget to an event. Okay, if I put a card together, it's gonna cost. I don't do cheap events. I haven't done a cheap event in a long time. Right. And if I can't, from a production standpoint, leverage all those elements to budget correctly, then I'm fucked. That I'm just doing the content and I'm playing Santa Claus. And I'm not trying to spend $250,000 and make back 20. I mean 20,000. Like that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of variables there why it's not as doable as you might think. I know people love the look of it. And there's another element of it too, which is it's also my indefinite vacation mode outlet. I could stay productive doing matchups that I love and that I want to see and that I think the fans will enjoy and that the battlers want to get done. But I could still stay on my indefinite vacation. You know what I'm saying? Because once I announce Max Out 4, oh my God, it's hysteria. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I quit. I'm retired. Just like Averb, okay? But yeah, there's some complexities there, but I'm glad that you guys are digging the full circles. More to come. Just so I was in the building for Max Out. 3 Glock 40 was fire, but I think it was more because of the surprise element. I felt close my eyes and hit something in my soul. I agree with you. The Glock 40 hit me from a surprise standpoint. The close my eyes and hit something hit me in the chest. I think the Glock 4. Once again, I watched my reaction on camera this morning before I cut this live on, and I watched my reaction to the Glock 40. I'm just like, oh, holding everybody back, like, oh, the shock of it. The close my eyes and hit something. Maybe it's because of some of my own experiences, maybe, or I did feel that in my chest, like I could see my reaction on footage to that was just like it wasn't a shock factor of a battle rap bar. It was like a personal alignment with like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of that comes with the truth for a lot of young kids. And don't go this route. But sometimes it's scary to hold a gun for the first time. Sometimes it's scary to shoot a gun for the first time because as a kid, we played with toy guns before real guns like most kids. And I never played with real guns. Yeah, I don't want to come off wrong in this shit right here. I'm just speaking truth of why that bar resonates in your chest. In my era, there was cap guns. Some of y'all younger kids might not know about cap guns. Cap guns was getting people killed in the streets, whether by peers or other niggas in the street or even cops. Cap guns, you can go into a local pharmacy, a lot of them look like revolvers, black, brown handle. Some of them had like a silver cylinder. Some of them, even the cylinder, you could take it out and paint it or use a marker to paint it black if you wanted. And it had these like little red rings of like snaps that had like I don't want to say it's gunpowder, but the type of powder within these little caps that would fit in a cylinder to basically create like a small snap, a small mini explosion every time the hammer hit it, right, on the toy gun. And fast forward, then they started putting like little like orange tips on the end so that cops and other people to see that it was a toy. And all we was doing was just peeling that piece off. It was just glued on. We just peel it off because the goal was to have your cap gun look like a real gun. I'm just being honest about being a kid. You know what I'm saying? So you're running around. I remember we did stupid shit like act like cops and robbers. Like, all right, we're gonna run into the corner store. The stupid kid shit. We're gonna aim at the person behind the fucking counter. We're gonna shoot our cap guns at them 10 times, grab a piece of candy and run out. Stupid shit that can get you killed. You know what I'm saying? But this was our childhood playing around, just being little neighborhood badasses, getting into shit. Kids get into mischief. You know what I'm saying? Today's kid, maybe not so much because they're fucking glued to their phones or on social media in the house more. We was outside building clubhouses, digging holes in the dirt, playing tackle football with no equipment, shooting cap guns at each other, getting into little gang or group or neighborhood fights and all types of shit, dumb shit, little nuisance shit. We was active, running around neighborhoods. Our parents didn't even care like that. You'd be neighborhoods over. If you can't hear the Adam come in for dinner, or it wasn't even that. If your parents gave you a radius, it was something that you could hear them within. Like, don't go further than you can't hear me scream your name from the porch, right? If you was allowed to go more than that radius, then certain parents was doing the streetlight rule. Be in his house by the time streetlights come on, right? I know I'm talking to a lot of people that came up in my era right now. I know they're just like, yeah, I had to do the same shit. It's common. I'm not one of few. This is common shit. You know what I'm saying? But you running around playing with cap guns and toy guns and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? There's no kick on these little things. You know what I'm saying? You bust your little cap gun and your fucking hand don't flinch. Kick, kick, kick. First time you shoot a real gun. First gun I ever shot, I think, was a 38 revolver. And I wasn't strong at all. I definitely was a teenager. Definitely was a teen. I could have been like, was I like 11? I think I was at least a teenager. I shot a 38. And the jump to that shit at my size, I was real skinny. I was real small. The jump to that shit scared the fuck out of me. I was with another kid. A kid named Jesse. Kareem, I think you were there. Kareem, I think he was with us. I'll be dropping names because my brother be watching my streams. Kareem, I think he was with us for this trip, right? I think it was in PA. I think it was me, Reem was there, but Jesse was the son of a dude my mother was dating, and he was lighting the ass. He wasn't one of them type. Like, he was a little soft kid. You know what I'm saying? The rest of us was like, we had that edge growing up the way we was growing up. This little kid Jesse came around him. He was a little soft nigga. He shot like a 22 or some shit. And he just quit. He was like, I ain't shooting shit. Like, he was scared to death. But shooting that revolver at 38 alone, that shit was like boom in my hand, as big as small as I was at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just, it can scare you. And you don't realize how loud guns are too at that age. You don't know. You don't know. Even smaller caliber. It could be even a 9mm, which is a little bit more mid-rangey. But you start talking about 40 cal, some people run around with 50 calibers and all. You let that shit off close to you and you see how loud it is. That's the reason why when people go to the gun ranges and shit, they have to wear ear protection, right? They'll warn you, like rifles. Like, let's say you got a 5.56 or a 300 black, or even a two, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of these rifles, right? They'll warn you if you shoot your rifle in the house, like, let's say you have a home invasion and you letting your rifle off, right? Nobody is at the range if you're in the middle of a home invasion. You're not going to be able to run and get your earplugs or put on your fucking headset. And if some people actually do sleep at that, I could watch videos of people that they sleep with their gun set up and they got head protection right there by their bed too, because they want to save their ears. But I'm not speaking about that small crop of people. Most people, if their feels going down, their alarm goes off, they hear a broken window, a noise sensor goes off, they hear crick in the night or whatever, if they grab their joint, especially if it's like a rifle in a concussive area like a hallway or a closed in area like a room, they know I'm gonna hopefully save my life, but I might damage my ears forever. This is a reality for some of y'all that don't know guns. You might lose your ears, some of your hearing forever. Forever. You put a rifle up on your shoulder, certainly, you know what I'm saying, in a concussive closed environment, and you got 30% fucking hearing loss in one of your ears for the rest of your life. That's not fucking by accident. These joints loud as fuck. And these kicks be something that you don't know when you shooting them fucking cap guns as a little kid. Click, click, click. So your first engagements with guns can scare the shit out of you because it's not the toys that you thought that they were. These motherfuckers could hurt my hand. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not holding it the right way, the slide is scratching my fucking hand and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot. So the close your eyes, to me, ties into the fear factor of my first time shooting a gun. That's why that big K bar, maybe I reacted like that. That's why I agree with you, Juzzo, when you say like it hit you in the chest. It's that factor of like, yo, the first time I shot a gun, I was scared too. Close my eyes. That's why. That's why. Amazing shit, Big K. Amazing shit. I like the idea of Big K versus Will Major. Is Marcus the Entertainment? Is that Will Major? Never know. You never know, man. This is the home of blood, sweat, and tears. This is the home of bricks versus all types of shit. And you never know when somebody hop on the radar and it's just like, yo, caution, let me send you to Cali for this, or yo, Pain, let me send you to Cali or to LA to battle Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Who's fresh off of battling Hitman Holla on Max Out 3. You never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the beauties about what I like to consider myself as a matchmaker and a platform owner. Would you book a blogger to battle on RBE? If the blogger could rap good, shout out to my battle facts. If the blogger was a real good battle rapper, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Carter Deems, Carter Deems is to me a whole cartoon character to a degree, but he's an entertaining battle rapper. I tried to book him on RBE. You know, things didn't work out timing wise or whatnot, but if you're entertaining or if you're good, period. So whether you blog or not, Henny Man's a blogger. He battle raps. I don't know which one he was doing first. Jay Black and Queens Flip battled each other. Jay Black could rap. Vada Fly could rap. He does some of his rapping in some of his videos. You could tell he could rap, like real life rap. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. We got another member here. Shout out to Ethan Johnson, Salute ARP and RBE, League of the Year. I appreciate that, Ethan. Really appreciate that. Damn, 2 hours and 15 minutes in, and I still didn't do the Fox 5 shit. Fuck. Fox 5. You know what? I was gonna play the Fox 5 video here. You know, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna stay true to the title. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna zip through it though, but I'm gonna play some of it. Screen share. Boom. We had the Geek Squad this last time. I think we got it right. I think I remember how to get it right first time out. Okay, cool. Let me just see which layout. I don't know which layout to do. This one. All right, we'll stay with that. All right. So when we kick this off, and once again, big salute and shout out to Vodafly, Showtime SP, Fox 5, B, I see you, all the homies. And I really, really appreciate your involvement in battle rap. And Vodafly and Showtime SP, man, you guys need to be up there full time, man. I'm sorry. 2024, we need a full-time Fox 5 job because you guys have done an amazing job up there, expanding battle rap, helping Fox 5 continue to expand into this genre as well. Fox 5 has been supporting battle rap for quite some time. We've seen guests go up there before this year that were from battle rap, and that's dope. But this is like an all-out segment that we continue to see on such a major platform, and we got to give some appreciation and some respect to Fox 5 for doing that, and the people behind the scenes of Fox 5 that are instrumental in doing that. It's an honor for all of us. And Vada and Showtime, man, you guys once again doing an amazing job. So, all right, let's kick this off.
To continue to wrap up this year and all of the great things that have happened in battle rap, who would we be to not leave you with our gifts, our list, the superlatives? Who do we feel like was the best at what they did this year? We're going to start off with Battle Rap League of the Year. A lot of leagues did good things, but to us, none did more.
Man, this is just too dope, man. It's really too dope to watch this, to watch y'all, and for me to even be a platform owner and to be considered. This is dope.
More than Rare Breed Entertainment. Being able to put on max outs and other big events. What do you think?
Man, I think they're well deserving. Congratulations to Rare Breed Entertainment. We're looking forward to seeing what you got going on next year. Can't just leave it just 1 year. Got to do more than that. How about?
I disagree, Showtime. I can leave it. Oh, the funny thing about that too, my nigga Show said that shit as if we wasn't working for the last 10 years. He said, but he said you can't just leave it 1 year. Motherfucker, we were working for 10 years. We may not have had the consensus for League of the Year, but we've been working though. Like, God, we've been at the forefront of battle rap for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? He said, can't just do, you gotta do that shit too. Kick rock, Show. I quit. I appreciate y'all, man. All right, we're gonna skip around a little bit, but hold on. Let's see what's
About
next.
another gift for the people. This is our top 5 battles of the year. Number 5, we got Hitman versus Ill Will.
Mean. So, all right, y'all got Hitman and Ill Will for the number 5 spot. Just having it in the top 5 period, I think is extremely deserving. You know, when you got these type of lists, people agree, disagree. This should be here. This shouldn't be there. Yada 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 yada. I'm not going to get into that. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of that, whether it's with this list, whether it's with other lists. There's always going to be debates. But whether you agree or disagree with some of the entries, what we at least want to see happen is it to make sense. So if there's like a battle where like 2 of the rounds somebody was choking and it makes the top 5, then it doesn't even make sense. So whether you have this as your fifth favorite, your first favorite, uh, um, higher, whatever, for it to be to the point where it could make sense, that's where you guys are nailing it. Regardless of my opinion, agree, disagree, dope, great work. Has to make sense. That's being that it's all opinionated. We got to do that as battle rap critics. We got to at least make sense.
We got Easy versus Geechee at number 4.
Easy versus Geechee, great battle. Is it the highest view battle of the year? Maybe. I'm not sure. I gotta double check. But shout out to Chrome 23 coming in at number 4 on that one. Obviously the most viral battle rap occurrence, not just this year, but in the last couple years, maybe. I don't know how many years it's been since something has been more viral than that battle. Geechee Gotti is the most viewed person of 2023, and that's within the battle rap platforms channel and viewership, as well as outside, because of him going viral and all these different videos and being on these different platforms and talked about here and talked about there. Geechee Gotti is the most viewed battle rapper in 2023. I think he got his name right now on Twitter, Viral Gotti or something like that. So that to come in number 4, once again, makes sense.
Got Easy versus Hitman at number 3.
Ooh, so hold on. Chrome got 2 joints on the top 5. Remy, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck Rem thinks she is? Like, you can't come up in here and get 2 of the top 5 of the year like that, unless you're working your ass off. So this was a mega move. It was a mega match. It was a bold match. It was a bold move. It's controversial for all the reasons we already know of. Hitman, you have 2 battles inside of the top 5 as well. All right. All right.
Easy got 2 battles over here. That's right. Hitman got 2.
Oh, Easy also. My bad. Easy also. So Easy got 2. Chrome, you could say Chrome got 2. And Hitman got 2. It's dope. That's dope. You can't contest this type of shit with these people, man. Like, these are accolades. This is shit that these motherfuckers gonna be walking around with on their resumes. Like, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But number 2 is as a slide, quick, fast, in a hurry. We got Mook versus Twerk, and the number
Mook versus Twerk, very, very good battle. I need to watch it a second time because I know there's gonna be a lot of rewind and find there's more to find moments, especially with a rapper like Murder Mook. Twerk is definitely an amazing rapper, and you'll probably catch some new stuff on a replay with him too. But he's more in your face as far as like catching all his shit off the first watcher in the building. I only watched it once, and I thought it was a great battle. It could be a classic battle. I gotta replay it again. It could be a classic battle. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this being on the list at all. Shout out to these 2 guys, man. They did their thing. They did their thing.
number 1 battle of the year, Impact alone. It's gonna be A-Verb versus A-Ward.
Number 1, A-Verb versus A-Ward. Impact alone. Now they're gonna get show for that. They're gonna be like, when you say Impact, then why isn't it Geechee versus Easy? Right? They're gonna do that, right? But not the impact as far as outside of battle rap. I think what he means, I think he's talking about the overall promotion and the spotlight of what's going to happen with these 2 guys. What they created, and especially Averb, and we gave him the promoter or promotion of the year award earlier. What he created in this battle, when you say impact alone and all the eyes and people wondering what the fuck are we about to see, it makes sense. It makes sense. And the outcome of it, to have that much of a grudge and live up to the hype, I think is dope. And Verb, he won the performer of the night. He split the performer of the night bag with Ill Will from the Max Out 3 event. So I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't mad at y'all. Great top 5 list. Not mad at y'all. I could have maybe snuck Hollow versus Ill Will in there, but I'm not gonna say which one I would have taken out if I would have put that in there. And I already promised I wouldn't do the fucking debate shit. Great work, guys. Great work so far. All right, let's keep going.
Battler of the year. Now, this is a list
Battle
that
of the
just was
year.
compiled of a whole bunch of
Top
deserving
10.
artists, and me and SP went back and forth to try to get down to who we felt like was most deserving. Who starts off at number 10?
I think number 10 is definitely well deserving. It's gonna be Coffee Brown.
Definitely deserving. Coffee had a great year. A lot of people got Coffee beating Geechee Gotti, and Geechee Gotti is in the Champion of the Year race, right? He's top 3, top 5 Champion of the Year contenders, and Coffee beat him in a grudge match that everybody was looking forward to. No excuses, right? Great year for Coffee. Great year.
Gotta give it up for the lady. She had a phenomenal year this year. Who you got for number 9, Vada?
Number 9, Georgia, Atlanta, Chef.
Yeah. So the thing about Chef Trez, I feel like the first 6 months of the year, he was definitely being said and spoken about as like a Champion of the Year contender. His first half was just, now I know he stayed active. Trez has always been one of the more active battle rappers. I personally just haven't seen the impact of Trez in like the second half of the year. Maybe I missed a bunch of stuff. Maybe he's got battles that maybe like on an app and I didn't get to see or something like that. It's not a shot. Yeah, I'm just being real. It's not a shot. I'm dead serious. It feels like Trez cooled off a little bit, just from a who's doing what. You know what I'm saying? When Trez, the first half of the year, it's like Trez. There's like a fucking target on him. Trez. Second half of the year, I didn't see that and I didn't feel that. But he did enough to still be there. Got to be on one of the battlers of the year for Trez. He's got one of his battles of this year is a classic on RBE, him versus Show Off. I can send the shot now. All right. It's RBE battle. Maybe was a part of when he was buzzing the most this year. Maybe it was. Similar to Old Red's first Champion of the Year. 2 of those 5 battles was on RBE. Now I'm sending a shot. Speaking of Old Red, I just had that thought as I'm talking right now. If Old Red was rapping on RBE, he would be on this list. That's somebody who, Old Red is one of my one of my favorite battle rappers. I think he's one of the best battle rap pens. And Old Red is, I'm not sure of his impact this year. It's like a quiet year for Old Red. Old Red should still be on RBE, is the point. But the game is the game. Shout out to my nigga Old Red, one of my favorite battle rappers ever. But Old Red, I think, is getting lost in the shuffle despite him being one of the most talents in the game. I don't like that. But I do know the politics behind it.
Chef Trez had a phenomenal bounce back year. He had some
next.
great
Number 8
battles.
is coming.
He moved up. He battled Swamp. He had New Jersey Twerk. He had Clone. And, he was definitely in a bag that makes him well deserving to be spoke about. He didn't have one good battle. He didn't have 2 good battles. He had about 3 or 4 of them things. What's up?
Sorry we left you off the list, but coming in at number 8, we got Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty is also
now Nitty, top 5, top 6 champion of the year contenders, maybe. Because Rock is probably in like the top 5, 6, 7 battlers of the year as well, as far as champion of the year, people having those expectations. So Nitty going to 7. I gotta see who I'm trying to remember now who they got ahead of him. Let's see. But oh no, Nitty came in at number 8. But Nitty being on the list is 100% deserving, of course. Top battlers of the year.
So a killer.
The Alien continues to kill.
Mac, even though it's low on the views.
I'm trying to remember like if he has significant losses that may have pushed him back. But the Alien's always going to be in the mix. He's just too good. And he's very active. So he's always going to be in the mix. I'm just trying to remember what pushed him back. But great job from Nitty.
It means you need to watch it. If there's a reason why he's on this list, that's probably one of the reasons why you need to watch that. Who you got at number 7, Vada?
Number 7, none other than URL's Iron Man, the gun bar king, Tay Rock, one of our previous guests. He had a really consistent year. He didn't have this.
Mr. Active, man. Mr. Active. This guy fucking, how many battles did he have this year? I'm going to assume at least 10. That's just a guess. Because he's also active off of URL as well. You know what I'm saying? And he, no chokes, right? I don't know what clear losses Rock has this year. I might have missed some of his battles too, so I'm not even going to try to vote or act like I've seen every single Tay Rock battle this year. But Tay Rock's consistency cannot be questioned. If somebody wants to put Tay Rock on a Mount Rushmore, somebody who says at some given point that Tay Rock is the face of battle rap, you can't argue. Tay Rock is Tay Rock. So that's another guy where, just like Nitty, if you're active, he's gonna make the top 10 list. Like, it just is what it is. So shout out to Rock.
Many of the big battles because he battled on Summer Madness versus Av, but he wasn't on Homecoming and some other battles. But you know, he had a great year nonetheless.
Hey man, listen, this is where the debate starts to get a little thick. But before we get to that 5, I gotta give you number 6. Ill Will is well deserving. He had nothing but legends this year and had nothing but show out performances. He deserves to be at that number 6 spot.
Yeah, on RBE alone, Ill Will started the year with Hollow to Dawn. And if you remember, you know, people were getting to the point where they were saying, Will's got to battle the best and the best only. Will is flexible. He's not a diva. Will is a guy that'll hit me up and say, yo, toss me one of these young guys and he'll be battling pain. You know what I'm saying? And I love that humility about Ill Will and the flexibility of Ill Will and being able to see somebody of his talent caliber, you know, not have to sit out too long. But there was pressure from the culture, deservedly so, to say whoever's a part of Ill Will's course of action, and obviously he's in the driver's seat because it's his career. But people will also start to look at the platform that he's on the most. They'll start to look at that guy named ARP as the owner of Rare Breed Entertainment. And they'll say, yo, AR, what's up? Where's the big matches? And I'm like, trust me, man, I want them too. I want the big matches to be happening for Ill Will too. But to be able to start to get the year moved in that direction, because him versus 40 Bars dropped in 2023, right? Stellar performance. And then you get Hollow to Dawn get announced. That's, you know, one of the top guys of all time. Then he gets King Los, right? Great matchup to move to after. And the fucking Hitman battle finally happened. So you got some of that strength and schedule factor there as well, but it's also all high caliber opponents that can all get in there and win against Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you're a overall better battle rapper than your opponent or not, it's not about who's the better rapper. It's not about who can do this one attribute better. The overall battle rap formula to a win comes from many different elements. Who captivated the crowd, who had the best angle, who had the best approach, who was the most tactical, who had the best bars, the best schemes, the best person, all that type of shit comes into play, the best stage presence, all that comes into play. So all of these people are capable of beating Ill Will that he's in front of, despite how good he is. So that strength and schedule that he had, yet him still having these wicked performances, classic battles, top 5 battles and all that type of stuff, classics with like Hollow and whatnot, and Holla, you know, him being on there is very, very deserving. So shout out to my nigga Ill Will as always. Let's see what else we got.
Jazz the Rapper. Jazz the Rapper had a phenomenal year. She ended it off with her last battle versus Big K, and it lands her on our list at number 5.
Go ahead and give it to female champion of the year. Jazz got that. I mean, no disrespect or slight to any of the other ladies. I think there's a lot of ladies that went crazy and put on this year. Jazz is just a standout, though. She's a standout in her year. She's a standout as a battle rapper. She tends to do that. She's one of our greats. She's one of our GOATs for a reason. Shout out to Jazz. She's one of those must-watch people. You know, if you're the battle rap fan that, you know, like you just say, I don't have all the time in the world to keep up with every single battle that's happening and all that type of shit. But certain people, I'm outside. Jazz is one of them. You got to watch her. You got Payne. Shout out to my man Payne in the building. Payne, what up, G? I see you in the building. We spoke about you earlier, G. Shout out to Payne. You won an award, Payne. So go back and rewind and find there's more to find. All right, let's go back.
All right, now look, it looks like this is where it got thick right here. This is where the tension got really serious. You good? Let's take a look at how this went down.
German guard dogs. All right, let's go, Vada. Let's go, show. They're doing a great job up here on Fox 5, y'all. I gotta give it to them. What's with the Dior sweater, Vada? You getting some of that Fox 5 money? What's that about? Now it's Dior all of a sudden? Why you can't be like Showtime? Wear some shit from the culture, Mr. Temp Check. Why you can't rock some shit from the culture? I'm rocking some shit for the culture today. Nah, I'm bullshit.
He hasn't done that much. What the hell has he done that much?
Nah, fuck that. I'm still on Vada Hill. Yo, what are you doing with the shades? With the state trooper shades? Vada just trying to be too cool right here in this particular video. You got your little Dior on, your little fucking state trooper shades. I don't know what's going on here with Vada, man.
Man, nah, he ain't done more than him. He's not done more than him. How? Yes. No, he ain't.
If
This type of debate that they're having right here is going to happen across every platform that wants to do top 10s, top 5s. Just watch. Just watch. There's going to be some robberies. There's going to be some right, some wrong. There's going to be all of that.
If the way that it goes, I'll move that. All right, listen, you good? You good? We good?
I'm
All
good.
Right. Coming
Let's
in
go.
at number 4, we got Easy the Block Captain. Yes, sir. He's still on this list. I know he was number 1 on the list earlier.
Easy has to be on the list, regardless of where you have him ranked. I don't care if you got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got to be on the list. His impact this year, if we're just talking battle rap, his Hitman battle, wow. His Hitman performance, wow. His Reed performance and battle, wow. He had a pretty strong performance versus Diz. His Geechee battle is great. He may not have won for the consensus of the battle, or he may not have won the war in that, you know what I'm saying, or on the polls, and you know what I'm saying, but he had great Easy to Block Captain expected material. His first round, Easy to Block's had a great fucking year. I just think that there's certain factors and certain outcomes and another intangible stuff around him that has pushed him out of that number 1 and number 2 spot, possibly as like Vada and Show see it. But Easy's got to be on the list. I mean, come on. He went crazy this year.
But hey, some battles went down the way that he didn't plan, but he still had some great showing performances and them M's. Yeah. That definitely stands for something, man. Who you got at number 3, Vada?
Number 3, none other than Geechee Gotti. Geechee Gotti had a meteoric rise up the list because this year, you know, he had started low on the polls. He moved up. He had a phenomenal battle with Easy the Block Captain. He had some more battles. Just finished beating Serious Jones not too long ago. So that makes him number 3.
Now I'm gonna agree with that. I do agree that he wasn't, you know, top 3 or top 4, possibly even top 5, like possibly to like the first half of the year. I don't think people were saying that about Gotti. But man, when you talk about just really just knocking on the door, he continued to really deliver the second half of the year. And that Easy battle was real important for both of those guys. It was like a developed grudge. It meant a lot. The matchup is one of those that all fans wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? And then he creates this moment that is one of the biggest battle rap moments in many years that we can think through. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the last moment that was this big. You know, it really, you got to put it up there with the Loaded Lux. You're going to get this work shit. As far as the viral nature and the impact of that round that he delivered, that means something. That stands for something. You know what I'm saying? And he's won a bunch of his battles. He's won maybe most of his battles. I don't know if I missed a couple of his battles this year. And it's Gotti. You know, Gotti has already won Champion of the Year a bunch of times because he's one of those guys. He's one of the best battle rappers in the world. He's one of the best active battle rappers on the scene. So he's just another one of those guys where it's just like, if he's rapping, he's probably going to be on the top 10 list regardless. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is be taking it serious, staying professional, showing up and delivering. His talent alone is going to land him on the list. But I do agree that he deserved to move up from possibly the first half of the year based on what he continued to bring to the table. So shout out to Gotti.
Number 2.
Listen,
and shout out to Easy. So Easy and Geechee, you know, even though this is a battle rapper list that they're going through right now on Fox, shout out to them for also what they brought to the table from their leagues. So you got the Riot and you got the Trenches. That's work. I know what it is to be an owner. That is work. That's a lot of effort, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, money, you know, aside from just what you're doing as a battle rapper, you're bringing more to the table for the culture. And I want to give that salute to Geechee and Easy for that as well. That's dope. Y'all worked, man.
2 is no shocker for me, but I want to say you could be number 1 if you want to next year. You got to give me everything you gave me this year. Number 2, I got New Jersey Twerk. I'm strapped in, and let me tell you something. That performance is everything. The most explosive. Vada, who's number 1?
No.
Here's the thing about Twerk. Twerk deserves to be in the top 3. He absolutely does. Twerk might win some people's list depending on your preference or who you ask. I'm not going to be surprised. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Twerk's year though, that I think could be the real deciding factor between the number 2 and the number 1 spot is the Mook match. Twerk had an amazing performance versus Murder Mook. There's going to be people that's going to say Twerk won that battle, and they got good, clean debates. But the culture's consensus, I've seen the thousands per vote Twitter polls. I've spoken to bloggers. I've spoken to people. I also have my own take on the battle as well. I think the overall consensus in the culture is that Murder Mook got that. If New Jersey Twerk gets in there and clearly, not a debatable, but clearly beats Murder Mook, who is recognized as one of the biggest battle rap names in battle rap history, if he clearly takes that win, I think that could be a big difference and shift in where New Jersey Twerk lands. But his year was stellar. The stuff that people always get on Twerk about, I didn't see that this year. And we all know that about Twerk. If Twerk just gets up there and delivers his talent cleanly through all 3 rounds, he's gonna be one of the best on the card, any card that he's on. He's that fucking talented. So we already know that about New Jersey Twerk. But what happens is when you start getting to like the number 1 and the number 2 spots, and what you have close battles and debatables, whatever. These are situations where your fucking Boys in the Hood versus Menace to Society debates. You have to start picking little elements out to make the difference. You have to find these little intangibles to create separation. And the biggest opponent on both schedules for 2023 is Murder Mook. And I think that's what people are picking at to create the difference. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Vada and Show did as well. But all right, let's go to number 1. But shout out to Twerk, man. Amazing year. As a fan of battle rap and a fan of New Jersey Twerk, man, from now on, that's how you drive.
Number 1, none other than the Blue Room Goon, the dog himself, Big K.
Putting you in danger. Got me pulling out a banger in that hoodie like a stranger.
Salute to Big K for a phenomenal year. Had about 4 or 5 battles, no really clear losses, did a lot of great work, and he is well deserving of being the number 1 battle rapper. And if you like...
Now, the thing about Big K, it's like 6, 7 battles I think you had. All right, let me close this out. Yo, shout out to Vada and Show, man. I ain't trying to close out y'all outro, but shout out to Vada and Showtime, man, and Fox 5. Crazy. Here's the thing about Big K. So who did Big K battle in 2023? So he storms out with this A-War performance. In my eyes, that is so epic, I had to call Murder Mook. Then he battles Murder Mook, right? Then after Murder Mook, he battles I forget which one came first, whether it was Rex or whether it was the Young Ill battle, but having Murder Mook and Rex was kind of like symbolic within itself. 2 people that could be on the Mount Rushmore. Rex could be on the Mount Rushmore. Mook could be on the Mount Rushmore, right? Like, let's be honest for a second here. Let me just go through this. I had this same conversation yesterday. If I just ramble off people that you could put on the Mount Rushmore, people are going to say Murder Mook, Loaded Lux. They're going to say DNA. They're going to say Hitman Holla. They're going to say Charlie Clips. They're going to say T-Rex. I think after that, it's maybe, did I say Charlie Clips? After that, it starts to get a little hazy. Oh, Hollow to Dawn. Oh, and there's 2 more. My bad. Disaster and Arsenal. Okay. However many people I just said, that's kind of the names that I've seen over the years be the interchangeable guys. If I try to do it again real quick, hold on, let me see how many it was. Disaster, Arsenal, DNA, Charlie Clips, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, Hitman Hollow. Oh, I did forget one. Averb, T-Rex, Hollow to Dawn. I think that 10 right there is who people normally say as the people that should be on Mount Rushmore. Somebody just says Sue Surf. as an 11th person to that list. I'm not mad. Um, anyway, I don't want to start that whole debate. I'm just saying what I've seen over the years, and this also makes sense. It's kind of like that group of 10 guys, right? For Big K to have Murder Mook and Rex is symbolic, right? So you're talking about the AWAR performance, then the Murder Mook battle, then you're talking about Rex, you're talking about Sharon, you're talking about Young Ill, and then all the hype behind Young Ill's return, like they was coming to see Young Ill, to be honest. And then you got the whole St. Louis standing behind him, like these are odds is against you here. You know what I'm saying? Then you close out with Jazz, the female battle of the year. I did a live saying I don't trust Remy with that matchup. I feel like she's trying to pull some shit. I feel like she's trying to get K out of here. And, you know what I'm saying? I was saying that on my live, right? Because that's who Jazz is. So the strength and schedule, the Mount Rushmores on his list, the quality over quantity of opponents, the no clear losses, and the consensus of the biggest person on your resume for that year being Murder Mook. The consensus being that he beat him. You beat him. Some people say 30'd him. They're giving it to Big K clearly. All the bloggers, all the Twitter polls, all the reactions. There's people that prefer Murder Mook. People that might have I see all that. I'm not mad. Murder Mook had 3 great rounds. But the consensus is that Big K clearly won. That's one. You see these little pieces that you have to pull out when it's close. You got all this talent like Easy to Block and Geechee and Big K and Twerk. You got to pull on some of these intangibles here. And those elements right there, I feel like is why Big K is winning on a lot of platforms and a lot of people's votes and a lot of Twitter polls, and will continue to for 2023. I feel like he deserves it. It's like when you look at the NBA, right? You're gonna have your years where it's just like, Michael Jordan is dominating, right? Michael Jordan is dominating. Nobody's getting rings while he's playing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make it sound like, somebody had to take off for Big K to get a ring. Like that's when Hakeem Olajuwon slipped in real quick when Jordan went and played fucking baseball. I'm not trying to say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say nobody took off, because all the greats are still right there. There's still the Tay-Rocks of the world, the Geechees, the Twerks, the Murder Mooks. Everybody's still on the scene, active in 2023 with Big K, right? But he is kind of an anomaly. Big K has always kind of been like a little mysterious to people. That's why a lot of people don't know how funny he is or how much personality he really has until a blog of him or interview with him pops up. This guy has so much charisma and so much personality, but he's kind of navigated his career to stay out of the headlines, to stay out. He don't even stay at events that he's booked for. His battle is done and he leaves. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't hang around people. He's not mixy. He's not that vocal publicly. He only really promotes when it's time. I mean, like, he's not out there trying to create headlines for himself or stay active. That's just not how he is. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a little bit of an anomaly. But when we talk about the best punchers of all time, when you talk about your B Magics, your New Jersey Twerks, your Rum Nitties, your Avs, Big K is in that group of people. The best punches of all time. He has one of the best deliveries of all time, right? And you're going to have your Allen Iverson-esque type of people that's going to come in. And it's like, he don't got the ring, but that's the MVP this year. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it to them. When it's your turn, it's your turn. Because it's just like a lot of y'all got fat. A lot of y'all got fat eating. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, because if you dominate, you dominate. If you win every year, you win in every year. You know what I'm saying? Geechee winning multiple or whatever. If you dominate, you dominate. Leagues of the year, if you dominate, you dominating. But every once in a while, Allen Iverson is going to come through. And when he does, get that man his ring. Get that man his championship. Champion of the year, meaning, right? Because he didn't win a ring. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, give it to them. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to be don't sit up, high up on a pedestal trying to hog everything. Like, nah, you can't have everything. You know, the man earned it. The man earned it, man. And big salute and shout out to Big K. Quality over quantity, no clear losses, strength and schedule, and the consensus being that he beats clearly, arguably 30s, clearly, one of the biggest names in battle rap history, who is active on the scene, who just beat the person that landed in the number 2 spot as per the consensus. So that says a lot. It says a lot, dog. Pun intended. So shout out to Big K on that one, man. All right. I didn't think I was going to get through the Fox 5 after doing my top 26. This ended up being a very, very long live. But if you rock with the channel, if you rock with me, if you rock with RBE, then y'all deserved for me to sit here for almost 3 hours, because this is closing the year out. This is a full year recap. Once again, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining the streams and click and play and sharing and buying pay-per-views or VODs or pulling up to the events or liking and sharing the videos. Anything that you have done to support or be a part of RBE's continued movement as we hit our 10-year anniversary this year. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Much love and respect from myself and the entire RBE team and movement. We really, really appreciate you. And once again, I want to say, everybody be safe. Happy New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be easy out there. You know what I mean? Let's bring in 2024 the right way. You know what I mean? Let's all stay safe and let's keep it moving, man. Let's try to avoid as much of the BS as possible. I'm trying to practice what I preach there. Even as a blogger, you know, I have opinions on the stuff that's happened in all these recent controversies. There's like 3 big controversies in battle rap right now. There's 3 of them. And I have opinions on some of them. And I didn't cut on the camera to speak about them. I'm trying to stay away from all these bad energies and trying to avoid certain shit. I'm trying to play my part, even if that means me staying off of streams more. You know what I'm saying? And just waiting until I could talk about some other shit. You know what I mean? But let's continue to keep the ship rolling in 2024. Battle rap struggles to break certain boundaries. There's a couple that we broke this year. We see platforms that have emerged to be at the forefront where they deserve to be. You see battlers emerge to be at the forefront where they deserve to be. We see new up and comers from multiple platforms come up and create new claims in the game. We've seen people return to the game. We see new bloggers come in. We see new media outlets come in. We see new leagues come in. We've seen a lot in 2023, and I think it's all to be appreciated and respected if there's goodwill and intention and good work ethic behind it, right? 2024, many of us will do our best to continue that and to continue to elevate that. There's even some platforms that had very, very tough years, but I'm sure in 2024, people will continue to fight and provide and do what they do, because it's all work at the end of the day. So all y'all fans out there, try to give us a little bit of a grace, because this is a tough job. You know me, I'll be telling people, do not be a battle rapper or a battle rap league owner. I'll be telling people that shit. So give us a little bit of grace period. But man, shout out to everybody that did their thing in 2023. On and off RBE, man, I respect y'all. And I thank y'all. I really, really thank y'all. So it's your boy. I'm out of here. There's nothing else that's gonna drop from me within the next 2 days. There's no more battles that's gonna drop within 2023. I do think there's gonna be a battle from Wing that's gonna drop. I think she has like an awards video that needs to drop probably tomorrow. So stay subscribed and tune in for that. But thank you once again, everybody, for 2023. It was amazing. It was our best year ever, our 10-year anniversary. And can't say enough, y'all. Can't say enough. All right, I'm out of here. Enjoy, y'all, and be safe.